Yes, indeed. The honk brings us back in. It is good to see everyone today. I am excited for streaming. I'm excited to see all of you. Welcome, everybody, to a day of streaming. Tuesday, October 14th. It is 12:25 p.m. Eastern, and it is time for the epic conclusion of Fighting Fantasy Gamebook Stealer of Souls, as we are going to attempt to stop this guy from stealing souls, because you shouldn't do that. It's your soul, and they shouldn't be able to steal it. Illustrated by the incomparable TariToons. I'm very excited that we're back into this. But before I go any further, just a couple of quick reminders. If you have not already done so, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube with !ArvTube. And thank you for watching over there. If you are, please subscribe to me there. We are at a new record of subscribers. So every new subscription over there is a new record, and it's free for you to do that, but really helps us out. You can get access to various content that we post over there. Discord is !ArvCord. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Blue Sky, !ArvSky. Please do follow me over there as well. That is my microblogging platform of choice. And don't forget to check out Gen GMs. More details about Gen GMs coming soon with new video people, and we're getting stuff up and running. So there is more coming on Gen GMs. I know I've been promising that for a little while, but there is more coming on it soon. So please check that out with !Gen GMs, the DMGM tip show that I do with my good friend Zach Clay. And the website for this is arvanellerun.com. Financially, !ArvShop. That's the merchandise area. You can get stuff to support you and get cool swag for the channel. The Patreon is !ArvTreon, trying to get that into triple digits. My goal is to try to get that into triple digits by the end of the year. If we can do that, I'd feel very good about that. Also, subbing to the channel. Obviously, we have still the results of our subathon from September around, but would love to have everyone who can sub do so because it gets you those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. Both that and the Patreon support the channel and get you unique things, so please do those. On the publishing front, !Icarus, that's my graphic novel from Athos Arts. !Library is my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, that's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And !Greyshade, that's my Greyshade IP. Greyshade Renegade and Heretic, the Greyshade, the Grey Assassin trilogy from Athos Arts, available now. You can get that there. You can get the audiobook of Greyshade from our very own Trend Sparks, and be on the lookout for Renegade and Heretic on those as well, as I make a note for myself about something I need to check in on later. So please do that. That is Greyshade, the audiobook, and then please make sure to that you pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade, coming to you from Alligator Alley Entertainment and our very own Brandon O'Brien. Very excited about that. That's coming in a couple of weeks as well. And let me see. I think the only other thing I need to mention, as always, is !BLM, Black Lives Matter. Important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And !Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message we'll do so for others in that situation in the future. I also do want to note that a publishing buddy, so to speak, my friend Brandon Crilly, the second book in his series, which began with Catalyst. It continues today and concludes, it's a duology, with Cast Off. It is book release day for Brandon Crilly. So I hope you will consider checking that out. That, of course, is also from Athos Arts. And I really hope that it gets attention. Brandon is a good guy, a good writer. And Catalyst was a lot of fun. Very strange book, and I mean that in the best possible way. A very unusual book. And so the sequel to it is out today. So please make sure that you check it out. Spread the word. Get it yourself. Let people know it is available again from Athos Arts, and that is called Cast Off. And Brandon and I will probably be doing a little bit of an event relating to this in a few weeks in November, but we have to get the details confirmed, and we'll both do that after we're both finished with the conference coming up this weekend, because I'm going to be in Ottawa this weekend, as will Brandon, for CanCon. Very excited about this. Always happy to go see Marie and Brandon and Derek and all of the other lovely folks in Canada, in Ottawa. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I have got a couple of panels. I believe I am on 3 panels, and I'm on 2 panels, and I'm moderating a third. So should be a good time. There will be 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that. It should be a good time. As we move into, after today, we'll be midway through October. My goodness gracious. So anyway, that's going to be awesome. And so there'll be more details about that. But congratulations to Brandon on book release today. And I would encourage all of you to check that out. All right. With all that said, though, today we have got this stream going on, Stealer of Souls, with TariToons illustrating. And then at 4 p.m. Eastern this afternoon, I'll be over on GOG.com's Twitch channel with Pen and Pixels as we do what may be, I don't know that it's going to be the last stream of Expeditions Rome, but it probably is the next to last because the Gaul campaign is just about over. And then there is a much shorter Rome campaign after that. And so much shorter Rome chapter. So my guess is we're maybe 2 sessions today and next week or something. But anyway, very soon, Expeditions Rome is almost coming to an end. Then tomorrow we have got Community D&D tomorrow night with the Shadow Crew as they continue with Dungeon of the Mad Mage. And then on Thursday, more of the awesome and amazing Final Fantasy Tactics, the Evilise Chronicles. I can't wait. I am super excited to continue that game as well. All right, I'm going to unmute myself so Tari knows that we're ready to go, and then I'm going to unmute Tari. And last but certainly not least, I'm going to go over to reveal to you the crew. Well, it was almost over last time, Imaginary, and it's still almost over. That's the key. But I am happy to reveal to you this cover, and now, even more importantly, this. That's right. It is the warm-up that we are doing, that TariToons is doing for the amazing Stealer of Souls. Tari, it's good to see you. How's everything going on your end? How's life in the universe? I guess this thing you're drawing is exactly like the weather you're experiencing, right? Totally
Oh yeah,
comfortable.
definitely. This is my situation right now. Sunshine, nice drinks.
Yeah.
Beautiful landscapes.
The well-known palm trees of the Netherlands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Famous for its palm trees. No, hi. Yeah, so this is our warm-up for today. Just a bit of wishful thinking.
It's true. It's very aspirational.
Not fair. Like, I'm neither a beach person nor am I a summer person, so I'm not sure what I'm like doing here. But
yeah, are you like a spring? I mean, so spring, right? Like light but not too hot.
No, because I have hay fever.
Oh yeah. So what? So it should be now. So shouldn't fall be the best time then?
Yes, like, except for that is only true in Germany comparatively, because fall weather in the Netherlands is absolute garbage, while in Germany it's really beautiful, and it's just like over here it's just gray and rainy the entire time. But in Germany, like, we have like this whole thing which we call golden autumn, which is just like the perfect time to like be outside, enjoy nature.
Yeah.
And yeah, we don't have that here. There is no golden autumn.
There's no golden autumn. Every time you tell me about some weather thing in the Netherlands, it seems to get worse. You're like, well, it's brutally humid. Well, it's just flat and boring.
Oh,
well,
it is.
It's just... Wow.
Like, the weather is way weirder in the Netherlands than in Germany, which is wild because we share a border.
Yeah, but this is your own fault. You didn't need to fall in love with someone from the Netherlands if you had just, been sensible.
I know.
So really, I mean, no one to blame but yourself.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yep.
But
you're right.
But it is a great pleasure to have Tari back. I'm actually I often do this where I will be like chatting with Tari as I'm setting up, and then I'll look over to see what drawing she's making. And so this one I'm just like, is his helmet still on? And she's like, well, yeah, that's how it goes. I'm like, well, this is the way. So this is why I love these streams. So chat, I do want to mention one thing actually just before we get into this. I've talked about this before, but just as a reminder to everyone. So Tari and I do either this or Beowulf on a lot of Tuesdays. We weren't able to because of various health things going on over the last few weeks, but we're back now. And so next week we're going to be starting the final adventure of Beowulf. We're going to be continuing that into November and December. So if all goes well, and it should, we should be able to be done, he said, knocking on wood, strongly, by December. Why am I telling you this? Because, as I mentioned, we are going to be launching a new campaign starting in the new year, either January or February. I will say that it will feature Tari, again, of course, but it will also have a few other people. I can't name them yet because I'm still putting the group together, that will be starting a new campaign. I can tell you that it will be a European-friendly time zone. I can say that. And I can also say that my hope is that it will be European friendly in multiple ways. It may even be something which was fairly popular in certain portions of Europe. This particular tabletop role playing campaign that I'm going to be running, that we're putting together. And so it's going to be one of many, many new things happening on this channel in the new year, which includes the new, now publicly announced from with Prince Justin DMing the amazing Triffity Mats, and also DMing Mer Lafferty and Darcy Little Badger, and also Kathleen DeVere from Loading Ready Run. That's going to be launching in January, and I've been watching. They've already been like sort of prepping with each other on the email chain and stuff, and I've been loving watching that. So that's going to be launching. Obviously, Community D&D with Dungeon of the Mad Mage is just sort of ramping up. Eberron, as you know, is going to be coming to an end in the next few months, and then is going to be starting up the new Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen. So we got a lot of new stuff happening. It's going to be great. No, listen, you got this, Prince Justin. I am most excited about it. I really am. I think it's going to be really great. And for multiple reasons, I think it's going to be an awesome campaign. I'm excited about it. I'm also excited that it's all women as players. I'm very excited about that too. Ooh. So I think it's just, yeah, I'm very excited about what the channel looks like as we go forward over the next few months. Plus, you know, surprises coming as well. So anyway, be on the lookout for that. But yeah, so we have got, in the meantime though, we've got some Fighting Fantasy game book stuff to play. So before we get started, as we usually like to do you want to basically just run through what we did the last in the last session, Tari? Are you cool? Doing that?
Sure.
Okay. Oh God, I remembered the rainbow one. Oh God, that was so
that's
good.
the last one.
I know.
So that was a warm up, just a little portrait.
Oh, so good. It's almost brooding, except without, you can't tell the expression, but it's just clearly there's brooding going on behind the helmet.
No, he's like trying to remember if he left the stove on.
No, it's brooding, goddammit.
Yes, when he slept in the, what was it, ogre room?
Yes.
Was it the ogre room?
I think it was the ogre room, yeah.
Yeah.
With the helmet off.
Yes. The one time he takes the helmet off.
Right.
And then we don't see it. Yes.
Yeah.
Trying every fucking key on the door.
Key. My God, we had the skeleton key for how long, right? Like or not the skeleton key, the ring of keys.
Obsidian?
The ring of keys.
The ring of keys.
Yeah.
The bunch of keys.
The bunch of keys. Oh, right, because we had the bananas.
Keys.
Yeah, the banana joke.
Yeah.
Yes.
The guy we rescued from the
He's going to kill us all. Yeah, the wizard that we first came to rescue. That's right. I remember that. That was a good one.
And then we did a bunch of running down color-coded corridors.
Yes.
So yeah.
So good. It reminds me, there's a 70s, this is a deep cut. Some people in this chat may remember, it's actually re-released recently, a board game called Bonkers. And it's a game where you basically run around your piece moves around the board, and there's little cards that are next to the spaces, and as you land on them, you draw a card which tells you to do things like go back 4 spaces, go forward 3 spaces. So at a certain point, the cards that you play, and you have 4 or 5 of them, so you can play one of these cards. You can set up traps to try to get points or trap opponents or whatever, but it's super rainbow, like 70s, you know, the more you know type of PSA stuff, like, and so that's what it reminds me of, is he's running into the Carter is just like the more you know. It's great. So Rainbow Carter. So that's what we've got, and I will let everyone know what we're doing in this book. Before I do that, let's figure out a soundtrack for today. Let's see. I'm thinking the soundtrack for this one should be.
If you like pina coladas,
that would be a
getting
choice.
Caught in the rain.
Yes, a choice. Okay, well, I think what we should do actually is in honor of my favorite game, we should do the Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles OST, which is so good. It is just so insanely good.
How's the remake been, by the way?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Yes,
Good?
because it's not only that it's amazing.
Well, you act like it's like a given, which is really not the case with Final
No,
Fantasy
no,
remakes.
definitely
Like, there's
was
a
not.
lot of really bad ones out there.
No, that's true.
Don't forget that.
It's true. No, this one definitely works out, partially because even the stuff that they did some quality of life stuff, like you can do a move and then reset your move, which is so nice because sometimes you can't quite see where your guy's going to end up, and so being able to move them around is helpful. But the other thing is that they added voice acting, and I would not have thought necessarily it would have worked, but the voice acting was just absolutely on point, just really good for every character so far that I've run into. So I'm very, very pleased.
Just in Japanese, or also in English?
In English. I haven't heard. I know they localized, obviously, and they obviously did Japanese as well. I only know the English one so far, but the English versions have been great, and they've added some things like the obnoxious jerk character who's like very much like peasants are useless and only the higher classes. Like I'm slightly oversimplifying, but that's basically the way he is. But so his big line is like, these ones who are all there supping on broth of bean, what do they have? And like that was not in the original. So I love the fact that they've added that. Broth of bean. That is what it's about, okay? Not, oh, they're rutting in the dirt or some other, like, typical euphemism for peasantry, but broth of bean. So we too should want to sup on broth of bean. It's very good. Who doesn't like it? Yeah, who doesn't, right? Who doesn't like that? That's what I'm saying. Like, even the guy's, like, attempted insult is dumb. Okay, let me post this link for you.
Me?
For you.
Well, you shouldn't have.
Well, it's the least I can do.
Yes.
There we go. All right. No bacon, just not even supping on beans, just the broth. Yeah, exactly. It's not even the bean. It's just the broth of the bean. It's literally, it's like protein adjacent. It's not even. Okay. So.
Oh, it's a playlist. That's gonna glitch out hard.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I have like so many like ad blocker and whatnot plugins.
Oh, does it? Yeah.
That it just sometimes completely breaks YouTube because like YouTube is just 90% ads now. So.
I know. It's true.
Ah.
Okay, chat. Can you hear that? Is that too loud or too soft? Do you need that louder? Turn that up a little bit.
Probably would help if you would keep talking through the music. So
yeah,
that
that's
people
true.
have like a reference point.
That's fair. Yeah, well, I was waiting for it to start again. Okay, test 1, test 2, test 2. Chat, can you hear me? And can you hear the music? Okay.
And can you hear me?
And can you hear Tari, the most important figure of all? Can you hear all of us, chat?
Yes, the most important figure of all. I'm a limited edition figure.
That's true. Are you still in your original packaging? That's the question.
Oh, no, definitely
all
not.
Right, well then. Yeah.
But I have some really cool manufacturing defects that raise value through the roof.
Right.
I'm saying 2 arm guns, right, instead of just one.
Right. Well, you had the irregular thing where it's like they made one out of the mold and it's like super expensive because it's the only one like that before they fixed it. So it'll depend on the music. We might ask for adjustment later. All right, here we go. I love it. Final Fantasy Tactics music. Go. All right. Here's where we're at, chat. So we are playing Stealer of Souls, and here's the thing you need to know about Stealer of Souls. This originally we went to stop a guy named Mordreneth, who is a person who has unleashed a magical army of fear. He has kidnapped the wizard Alsander, and we must rescue him from the Isle of Despair. Now, we did that.
But I was about to say, we did rescue
We did rescue him, but that was only the beginning. Now what we had to do was to enter the Empire of Illusion, confront Mordreneth, and save Titan. Now, we've made some excellent progress in this regard, and in fact, last session was particularly good in that regard. We have 10 out of 10 skill. We have 17 out of 19 stamina, and we've got 4 provisions too, so we even have a way to increase our stamina further. We have 9 out of 10 luck, so not too bad there. We have 22 gold, which has been less than useless during this entire time. Like, it's done nothing for us. There've been no merchants, nothing to spend money on. It sucks. But anyway, we have leather armor.
Like character skins, maybe?
Exactly.
That?
That's true. That's what we need is actually cosmetics, or we need a little trinket, or like the little useless familiar that doesn't actually do anything. It just like runs.
No. Like
runs
I've been
next to you.
playing a lot of Borderlands the past week.
Okay.
Like
the new
catching
one?
up on. No.
Oh, the original.
Because like the new one came. No, like the third one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Because I got it at release and then never finished it. So I was like, okay, now the fourth one is out, and there's been like 2 new games in between, and like can't play the fourth one before that one because I'm playing these games mainly for the story.
Yep.
So, so skins, character skins, very important.
No, absolutely. I think the one I need to try Tiny Tina's Wonderlands at some point, because that's
my next one on my agenda.
The most fantasy based one of the group. Yeah, I should give that a shot.
But the thing is, I don't like. Obviously, for people who are familiar with the series, this appears to be a sequel specifically to the Borderlands 2 DLC, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. And I don't know if you need to have played that DLC to like enjoy that game.
Okay.
Which
That's
might be
useful to know.
probably not, because like like the games have plot and stuff, but it's like not that plot heavy outside of like a reference here and there usually.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Difficult to explain, but
I'm terrible at Borderlands. I enjoy them, but don't do well with them. Yeah, I honestly I played a fair bit of Borderlands 1, and then honestly what stopped me was it was right after, I want to say that Sandy Hook was 2012, I think, and I was playing Borderlands, and then the terrible shootings at Sandy Hook happened, and I was like, I can't play a shooter right now. Like, it wasn't anything specific to Borderlands. I just was not in a position where I felt like I could do anything that was like of that particular level of violence for a while. I'm probably in the state now where I could do it again, because it is super cartoonish. Obviously, that's the whole thing. It's not Battlefield or something that's meant to be realistic.
No.
So
it's like, hilariously gory.
Yeah,
like, my god, there's so much gore, but like it's all like, I also can't handle gore well for the most part. But everything is so stylized and cartoony and over the top
that it doesn't feel that way. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah,
I should try that again. You recommend playing through 1 and 2?
No, you can just skip the first one. Like, you don't have to play Borderlands 1. Like, that game was good for its time, but like there isn't really a lot of meat on those bones, so to speak. So you can just like go straight into Borderlands 2 if you want to.
Right. Okay.
Like, just read up a plot summary somewhere for the first one, which is also not super relevant because there's like very little plot in that game. So
well, it's interesting. So Prince Justin says that 2 is where the engine gets going, and so you could go like so. But you like 1? Yeah, imaginary. I'm actually curious about how well. This is going to sound weird, but how well does solo work on Borderlands? Like, is it
perfectly fine?
Can you really?
I played them all solo.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You do sometimes, like, that's an issue I ran into with 3 in particular, is that sometimes various DLCs aren't balanced properly. So you kind of have to like switch back and forth to like basically do a bit of grinding in between, but like nothing awful, game ruining, you know.
Okay.
But,
all right, well, that's good to know.
And if nothing else, you just shoot me a DM and I'll come help you.
I know. I was thinking about that. We should totally do a Borderlands series somehow.
Dude,
all right. That would be pretty cool.
Yes. Let's do it.
we should think about that. All right, I will cogitate the possibilities, as Spock says. So you played through the campaign you played them all except for solo. Played some co-op mainly. So, all right, okay. All right. Is there drop in and drop out? Like, can you play?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Like, basically, all you need to make sure is that people join your game and you are golden.
All right.
You don't join somebody else's game.
I will.
And anybody can just drop in, drop out whenever, and it makes no difference for you.
I will keep that in mind then. All right. Good stuff. Co-op Borderlands Atari. Yeah, that's pretty. All right. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. All right. Well, I'll think more. Okay. So we have backpack, lantern, rope, small jar of ointment, grappling iron. We have a silver medallion, although that has now been exhausted because we used it to prevent being killed, so that was good. And then we have blue silk glove with snakes intertwined around a rune staff. We also have 2 spells. We have Dispel Illusion and healing. Now, it's not clear to me whether we can... I think we can use these spells... I should actually double check. I don't remember if we use spells and they're gone forever, or if we use them and we can use them again. Probably they're gone.
I vaguely remember that they're gone.
Yeah, I think that's probably
but I'm not
right.
100% sure.
Each spell may be used only once. I found it. Okay. All right, too bad. I was hoping. I was like, maybe we can... Okay. Right, so we've done all of that. So we're definitely in the sort of end game of this, chat, as we move into number 95 here is what we're looking at. And page 95 is this skeletal figure that was approaching us, and that was when our medallion shone brightly. And it says, as I pick up here, you take a swing at the figure with your sword, and it disappears into wisps of smoke struck by your sword and the glittering white light cast by the medallion. But now the medallion grows dim and dull, and you suspect its powers are exhausted. Now you can follow either the blue passageway or the violet passageway. So I'm going to turn that on as our first one. $ vote space 1 is blue passageway. $ vote space 2 is the violet passageway. And to be clear, that's violet, not violent. I'm sure everything will lead to violence. But either blue passageway, $ vote space 1, or violet passageway, $ vote space 2. So please get your votes in now as we decide where we're going to go. And in case you're going to say, how do we know? I don't know how we're going. I'm not sure.
Speaking of violet,
yes,
I have like this really weird pet peeve that I can blame on my religion class teacher back in like 5th grade, because he taught us that the difference between violet and purple is that violet has more blue in it and purple has more red in it comparatively.
Oh, interesting.
And apparently nobody can agree on that.
Yeah, that's...
It makes me really angry.
Wow, that's interesting.
Because I see people who are like, no, like both of them are like very reddish. And it's like, no, that doesn't check out either, because violets are named after the flower.
Yeah.
Which is very bluish.
Yeah, that's...
In fact, they were used to be called blue, probably still are.
Well,
so it's like...
What's funny is that I'm looking at my background, which is the background of Heretic, the 3rd book in my series, which has a moonlit sky as the background, and I'm trying to figure out. I wonder if I can capture this. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna take a little bit and see whether you think what color this is. Okay, so save as. Okay, that's fine. All right, let me see if I can... I'm going to put this on screen in just a moment. All right, image. Okay. Browse. Desktop. Okay, so, Tari, if you can see on the screen, yes. I'm gonna increase the size just a minute. What color is that, do you think?
That's like a blue-violet.
See, that's what I would have thought.
Very blue-violet, yeah.
I would have thought it was violet, too. Yeah, because this overlay here is blue, right? So, almost indigo, actually. So, I was trying to decide what I thought about with that. I know. Color calibration. I know, Imaginary. It's true. It's not optimal, but...
well, you see, I can see colors always correctly, no matter what they are.
Yeah, sure. That's why you know exactly what violet and red and blue are.
Oh, you like remember that whole stupid gold and white versus black and blue dress thing?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like the kind of validation I felt when it turned out that I was right the entire fucking time.
That's funny.
It's like, yeah. But,
all right, so chat, you can decide what you think. You'd call it purple. Violet is more red in my experience. So okay, well, I leave it to chat.
This would be violet to me, and this would be purple to me.
Oh, see, I would think of that. That feels more. I think that feels more lavender.
Lavender is very pale.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it is more pale than that. Yeah, that's a good question. Upper is blue, lower is purple to me, according to Triffid. Oh yeah, in different languages, yeah, absolutely, distinguish different colors. Yeah, no, that's certainly true. By the way, chat.
Well, yeah, in this case it would be lila versus violet. Like violet is violet. So like
yeah.
Lila is, like Futurama.
By the
she
way,
has
yes.
lila hair
The lila
because
hair.
her name is Lila.
Yes. The Wine Dark Sea. Ooh, good one.
Yes. Well, what was that from again? Like something ancient
The Wine
Greek,
Dark Sea
right?
is from the Iliad, and may also have been in the
Yes.
Odyssey. I don't remember if it's Odyssey first and then the Iliad, but
Let me see.
by the way, this soundtrack which is playing over one of the tougher fights in the game, which we have not reached in the remake yet. But the soundtrack name is The Pervert. And I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. That when translations don't quite work, I think is the. Yeah, exactly. It was Odyssey first. Yeah, well, I was trying to remember though if it showed up in the Odyssey. Yeah, okay. I guess it would do that. All right, so Odyssey then. Okay, I am going to last call
Isn't
this.
that an Assassin's Creed game?
I heard Odyssey and I materialized. Well, hello, Big Boss. I assume that you have the definitive answer on all things relating to Homerian epithets, as we call them. Good to see you, Big Boss. Okay, we are going to choose this one then. Chat has chosen to go follow the blue passageway. All right, let's do it. Well, looking at this picture, I'm a little troubled, chat. The blue passage leads down, becoming a steeper and steeper decline. It opens into a huge trapezoidal chamber with a passageway exit in the far distance. And in this chamber sits... All right, let me see if I can... We actually have a picture that they gave us. Obviously not as good as Tari's, but... let's see.
I think my drawing here is way more accurate to what the author actually intended.
Oh, yeah.
For the book. Let's be real here.
I think that's obviously true. Okay, let's see. Does it not have... Oh, really? Interesting. Okay. So then I may just have to show you all what it shows in the book. Yeah, it doesn't have it. Interesting. Okay. So then I will show you the picture, chat. Sitting in this chamber is a vast blue dragon. It lifts its head towards you and lightning crackles in its multiple throats. It has 5 heads. This is a truly terrifying enemy and one you hardly expected to see here. It must be an illusion, surely. So this is what you see, chat. And I'll put it full screen for a second. Whoops. And by full screen, I mean full screen involving my camera. There we go. Ra, staring into your soul. Right there.
Dragon.
Dramatic. Mostly about Homer Simpson. That's funny, Big Boss. Okay. So, that is what you see. It must be an illusion, surely. Okay, we have a decision to make, chat. Should we attack the dragon with our sword? Capitalized dragon. Should we cast a Dispel Illusion spell? And we do have that. Or should we run back down the passage? Should we do one of those things as I...
Should we touch the electric thing with a long metal rod? I wonder.
Also another option, too. I mean, that's something we need to think about.
No, I mean the long metal rod is our sword.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true, actually, yeah. What could possibly go wrong with that?
Right.
Well, ours is rubber insulated, so I'm sure it's fine. It's
yes,
no problem.
like all swords are
Just
standard.
in case.
By Dean 57.8.
Exactly.
Paragraph 7.
It says it right there.
All swords have to be rubber insulated.
Must be insulated for safety precautions.
Yes.
Can we attack it with weaponized kindness? It appears not, Big Boss. So, Imaginary Expo, we should use metal and electricity. Running might get us a lightning bolt in our back. That's true. That is also a possibility. So $vote space 1 is attack with our sword. $vote space 2 means cast a Dispel Illusion spell, because we do have one. $vote space 3 means run back down the passage. What if we cast Dispel Illusion and the dragon comes to a terrible realization like its first spouse was emotionally unavailable? Oh no. But that would be Dispel Delusion, right? Like it just believed. So,
I believe in the dragon.
Yeah.
He can do anything he sets his mind to.
You can do it, whatever you are, even if you don't exist. All right, so we're $ vote space 1, attack with her sword. $ vote space 2, cast a dispel illusion spell. $ vote space 3, run back down the passage. Also, it's a little warm in here. I'm going to... actually, very convenient. All right, I'm going to remove my sweater, and then I will show you all what I'm actually wearing. Yeah, I'll do that off stream. Thank you. Notice my camera's blanked out. And I'm going to blank myself out here, too. Ha-ha.
Boo.
All right. Now, this is actually very appropriate because, please notice, chat, that I am wearing today again, I'll go to the main screen. I'm wearing my dragon shirt. It has a Chinese dragon, style dragon, holding a D20.
Very cool. That's really prettily illustrated.
I love that.
Prettily?
I love this shirt.
Is that a word?
Yes,
Is that
sure.
a word, prettily?
It is now?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, prettily put by. It's good enough for Shakespeare. It's good enough for us.
If it's good enough for old Bill.
That it's good enough for see? Cogito ergo dragon. All right, so last call on this. All right, going once. Going twice. A little disappointed that Dragon Spear is not here for this, I have to say. I feel like this is right up Dragon's alley. Dragon Alley. You should make a yearly convention about dragons. I don't know what to call it. Yeah, maybe Dragon Meet? Dragon Fest? I don't know. You could put it in Atlanta, maybe. I just can't think about where. All right. Cast a Dispel Illusion spell is the answer. Okay. So, we reach up with all our might and all our glory. The huge dragon disappears. Another of Mordreneth's illusions. Hell yeah. Suck it, Mordreneth. We're on to you. However, we've lost our Dispel Illusion. But by now, you're hardly aware what is real and what is not. But such a spectacular illusion must surely be close to the lair of the evil wizard himself. You cross the chamber and press on down the violet passage beyond. The violet passage soon opens into a large cratered cavern littered with rocks and cobwebs. You think you see a single exit in the distance, but it's obscured by a huge rock several yards across. Then the rock moves. It is no rock at all. Yellow-black hairy legs seem to spring out in all directions, and a bony black head rears up, showing razor-sharp mandibles. The wings on this mammoth spider's back buzz and flutter, but it moves towards you on its great springing legs. You sense this is an illusion, but one of exceptional strength. Waves of fear radiate from the thing. You must deduct 1 point from your skill temporarily during this combat, and lose 2 points of stamina due to fear. Okay, now, if we have time, it says, or if we can, rather, you have time to cast a Dispel Fear spell, which negates these effects. Sadly, we do not have Dispel Fear. As the spider closes in, will you use a Dispel Illusion? Well, we don't have one. Or fight the monster with your sword. So that's really easy, because we got to do that. It asks if we are wearing a headband. We are not, in fact, wearing a headband. So
we are
much for that
wearing
idea.
sunglasses.
Yeah, exactly, but not a headband. We couldn't fit it around the helmet, probably. So if you aren't, then we are up to here, which is fine. Okay, you're now fighting a spider illusion. If your sword is not a match for this dread creation, your adventure will end here. All right, so spider illusion. His skill is 8, and his stamina is 12. Now, our skill is still 9, even with... Oh, actually, wait a minute. I take that back, because the magic sword gives us +1 in combat, right? So that's 11 minus the 1 for the fear effect. So we have a 10 to his 8, and we'll heal a stamina after combat, too. So we have 10 against his 8, so that's pretty good. But I do need... You just have your hair back in a ponytail as usual today. Well, see, we needed the headband today, Triffid. That was, we weren't thinking ahead. Like, that was the key. Do I have someone...
a headband?
Ha Band. No, I'm just kidding.
Hip.
Okay, so, is someone willing to roll dice for us, please? We need someone to roll dice for this dreaded creature. I mean, against this dreaded creature. You're rolling for yourself. I'm rolling for the creature. Anyone willing to do that? Anyone willing to roll dice, please? Plox, please, and thank you.
Plox?
Triffid will if no one else does. Anyone else willing to do so? Okay, so what we're doing here is we're going to be rolling. We are going to be rolling 2d6 plus 10 is the roll that you're going to be looking for. I start out with a... Oh, wait, I rolled the wrong one. That is incorrect because you are 2d10. I am not. He is an 8. Okay, so he starts out with a 15. So we are going to need we're going to need a 5 or a 6. A 5 to tie, a 6 to beat this guy. So, yeah, that's right. So 2d6 plus 10 is what we're looking at from you. 18, a very good start. He gets hit for 2 points of stamina. Okay, next up. Oh my god, he's a tryhard today. A 19. So we're going to need here a 9 to tie or a 10 to beat. Rolled an 11. Sorry, I apologize unreservedly for that far too great roll. 17. It was a good effort. It was a good effort, but we got taken down by 2 points. That's okay. All right, this time I rolled a 12, though, so now we just need a 2 to tie or a 3 to beat. Two to tie or a 3 to beat. There we go. Success. Hits him again. The spider is smacked. Bubbling green ichor coming from its awful pustulant body. All right, he rolls a 13 next, this spider illusion. So now we need a 3 to tie, a 4 to beat. Nice. Very well done, Triffid. Now he's down to 6 stamina. All right, then rolls a 12. I like that I'm rolling terribly at the moment for him. It's exactly what I was hoping for. 12, so again he needs a 2 to tie, a 3 to beat. 20. Outstanding. He's down to 4 stamina. Rolls a 15 now. We need a 5 to tie, a 6 to beat. Battle spiders. Music dreams. 15 tie. Okay. No harm, no foul. Nobody gets hurt either way. This time he rolls a 10.
What
yeah,
about my
double
feelings,
ones.
though?
Yeah, well, that's true. That can never be fully healed. So he rolls a 10, which means that we need you would need a -3 to lose or a -2, but go ahead and roll anyway, Trippet, just to clear it. The spider has decided to fall belly up like one of my cats and just be like, here, look at my belly. All right. He's down to 2 stamina, and now he just one more hit on this spider. 16. 16. So we need a 6 to tie, a 7 to beat. 18. Hey, nice. Only lost 1 combat round during that entire thing. Well done, Triffid. So because of the magic sword, we get 1 point back. And I want to suggest to everybody, since we have 4 provisions, these restore 4 points, right? So I want to suggest that we use one of those provisions now because we're out of combat to get us up to 18. Is chat cool with that? You could just tell me in chat yes or no if you're cool with that. But that's my recommendation.
Ooh, chat is hella cool.
I mean, chat. That's yes. I can't deny that. Because Justin says yes.
Got the new iPhone 17 Pro and Verizon
Make
picked
sure I
up
get
the
past
tab
this
on the best
dumb
5G
YouTube
network.
ad like that. Okay, good. Okay, anybody else? Everyone else on board with having the provision? I have a vote for yes. Is everyone else on board with having the provision? Yes. Possibly. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Yes. Going once.
So we are fighting
Going
against
twice.
like a Skulltula, basically? Am I getting that right?
It didn't actually say. No, it was. It looked more like a rock chula. Like it was a thing that
rock
looked like a rock, and then basically yellow and black legs sprung out of the rock that
Okay.
was blocking the entrance because it's an illusion. Okay, I have 2 votes for yes, so we're going to have 1 provision, And that's going to bring us up to 18 because we were at 15, or we were at 14 rather, and it restores 4 points. All right, 18 out of 19, and we got through that stamina thing. I love this magic sword. It's good stuff. Good work, Chifit, on that fight. Good stuff, everybody. Okay. You stumble across the rocky chamber and into the passageway beyond. Stone steps lead up to a well-lit chamber, the lair of Mordreneth himself, you guess. You stride into this huge palatial chamber, resplendent with stone pillars, statues and wall hangings, and lit by flaming braziers. You stand in a hallway with a balcony at the far end and stone steps on either side of you leading up to that raised area. Since this does look like maybe the final area, I'm going to give us one more save point there. On the balcony stands Archmage Mordreneth himself. Aha! So, you piece of... Tall and dark, dressed in flowing black robes. A trace of crystalline dust glitters as it falls from his hands to the floor, and he mutters an incantation. He is going to attack you with a spell. Now, 2 of the options it gives us are not options for us, because one of them is cast a speed spell. We do not have that spell. The second one is to cast a fire globe spell, and we don't have that either. So we can either race up the left-hand set of stone steps, or race up the right-hand set of stone steps. So, $vote space 1 is race up the left-hand set. $vote space 2 is race up the right-hand set. So let me know what you would like to do, folks. Which steps should we race up to get to this jerk?
Drawing spiders is so annoying. Too many legs. It's like, where do I put them?
You know, just put them at evenly spaced at eight intervals, no?
No. Because needs to be legible, and like you need to be able to tell where one... Well, you don't need to be able to tell where one leg starts and the other one ends, but you know it helps.
It does help.
Silhouettes, strong silhouettes, or something.
I like the boulder part, though. I can already see coming together. You've got the mountain spider, mounter, Shelob the mountain. Okay.
Wouldn't that be Ongolia?
Yes, actually, that's true. Yeah, we just got
Big
through
fan.
that. We got through that section of my Lord of the Rings class where we were talking about exactly that, and it's just like, do you have any arachnophobes in the class? And a couple people, I'm like, right. So, like, I was being nice about it, but I was kind of like, I know this may not have been your favorite section, and one of my students was like shaking their head, like, nope, it was not. I was like, just to give a sense of how big this spider is, probably the size of this massive whiteboard and TV in the back of me and all that, and they were like. The class was like, oh, God.
Oh, but that was about Shelob, right?
About Shelob, not Ungoliant.
Yeah,
Ungoliant, obviously, even more ridiculous. I was just talking about Shelob. Yeah, it was like, oh, man. Okay, so last call on this one. We have 2 votes for left-hand set of stairs, 1 vote for right-hand set of stairs. Going once. Going twice. And okay, left-hand set of stairs it is. Let's see what happens when we do that.
Looks too cute. God damn it.
It's too cute a spider.
Yeah.
As you run up the steps, you realize that some magical force is retarding your progress. It feels like running through water. You grit your teeth and struggle on, and you'll get there in the end. But just now, a smoking ball of fire is streaking from Mordreneth's hand to strike you down. Are you wearing a bronze ring? Well, we have a rope. Could make it into a ring. We don't have a bronze ring. Okay, what does that mean? Please don't tell me that means we auto-die. Nope, it does not. Mordreneth laughs as the fire globe smashes into you, causing you 6 points of stamina loss. Now, I do have to say this, though, chat. We're not in combat yet. We're not in combat. We do have a provision. We could choke down a wheel of cheese, like Skyrim, on the way up the stairs.
Ah, yes, like John Skyrim.
Just like John Skyrim. Should we do that, chat? Should we do like John Skyrim and eat a wheel of cheese before we get up there? Because that would give us back to 16, and we would use we'd be down to 2 provisions, but it doesn't say we can't do that. It's not cheating. It's not official combat yet.
But it is cheesing.
It's cheesy. That's right. It's unbelievable. How dare he do that? All right. Right. Cheese. Okay. Everyone is in favor of the cheese. I would agree. All right. Down to 2 provisions, but we're up to... I love the idea that Mordredeth is looking at us like, you can't do that. We're like, that's where you're wrong. Pause menu. Cheese, 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 cheese. Tomato, tomato. Apple, apple, apple. I'm always for cheese. That's true. I mean, if you're still alive, we are. You keep on up the stairs to challenge his foul sorcery with the cold metal of your sword. That's right. It's cold metal. You still can't reach Mordredeth. As he chants, a whirling bolus of black threads materializes above his head and whirls through the air towards you. Are you wearing a silver ring? We seem to be not so much on the ring capacity this time, chat.
Didn't we get a ring at some point? Oh, no, that was a medallion.
That was a medallion, and we used that. But we did not get any ring. Okay, so we are not using this ring because we don't have one, which means the magical bolus wraps itself around your neck. That sounds bad. Strangling you. Now you must test your luck. All right, Triffid, please roll. We're looking for lower rolls here, 9 or less. We're looking 9 or less here. Just 2d6, looking for 9 or less. That's what we want. This music is appropriate for that exact scenario. Being strangled by a bolus. That was my favorite weapon of the in Thundercats when I was a kid. Right behind the sword of Omens was the Bola Whip that Tigra had. I always thought that thing was awesome because he could
I don't remember.
he could wrap it around himself to turn invisible and everything.
I watched a bit of Thundercats when I was like 5. So.
Oh man, I love Thundercats when I was that. I was older though, obviously. Obviously, I was older.
Obviously.
All right, so Triffid, are you able to roll for to test luck here? Just want to make sure. You may have stepped away, so I don't want to assume. Appropriate. Now we're playing the Tutoro music. Sorry. This is for rolling.
That could be really good writing, though, right? If you have a whole thematic build-up thing where during the that the tutorial has really memorable music, and then the boss music for the final fight is a remix of that, or uses the same theme.
Yeah, that's true.
When it turns out, oh no, your old master betrayed you, and now you have to kill him, something like that, right?
Here's how you do that with the tutorial music. Follow it, yeah. So 2d6, Triffid, you're rolling testing luck. So 2d6, and you're looking for 9 or less. You do not want to get a high roll here. You're looking for 9 or less on 2d6 because we have a bola whip wrapped around us. Okay, we are indeed lucky. I saw that 6 and panicked, but that was a total. Okay, so our luck drops down to 8, but we are in fact lucky. So good job there. You drag the entangling strands away from your throat and struggle on, but you have to lose 3 stamina points because of the effect of strangulation. Yes, but you know what, chat? Guess who's still not in combat? We're still not officially in combat, and we have 2 provisions left. Shall we have one more wheel of cheese? This really is Skyrim. One more wheel of cheese to get us up to 17. What do we say, chat? We'll still have a provision left over. More cheese. We're not in combat yet. This is just them shooting at us. It doesn't have until it shows the all capital letter enemy with the stamina and skill, we're not officially in combat. Literally, not even making that up. All right, so Prince Justin says more cheese. Unless someone objects. How long does it take to eat a wheel of cheese with these Baby Bell? But see, we were talking about Skyrim. As we know, you can eat a wheel of cheese. I mean, yeah, butter. So tell me, TariToons, whose Discord name is Butter Cheese. How long does it take to eat a full wheel of cheese?
The thing is, I don't know, but if people would sponsor me, I would gladly try.
A full wheel of cheese? I'd prefer you survive.
I know where to get one. I know where to get 10.
I would prefer you survive.
So,
that'd be great.
It is a what's it called? A sacrifice I'm willing to make. That's a good way to die, I think.
Death by cheese wheel? Yeah, I mean that is pretty good. I agree. All right, so people are going to do it. So we are down to 1 provision and 17 stamina. It says now at last you're on the balcony and you can fight the wizard with your sword. I suspect now we're going to be in combat. Let me see if I'm right. Yeah, we sure are. Now we're officially in combat. At last you are fighting with your sword against the evil archmage. but he is swift and deadly as a warrior too, and uses his sword well. His green eyes glitter in the flaring light of the smoldering braziers as he attempts to slay you. Will you triumph or be slain at the last? So, now, Mordreneth. Skill is 10, which is a high skill, and his stamina is 17, which is a high stamina. So he has the same stamina as us. However, we have a magic sword, chat, which gives us +1 in combat. So we have an 11, and he has 10. That does give us the advantage, but it's not a big advantage. So hopefully we are ready to go with these things on point. All right, combat music playing. Here we go. He begins with okay, I started with a double sixes. I apologize unreservedly. He has a 22. So we need an 11 to tie him and a 12 to beat him. I apologize, Triffid, for giving you that starting position that was not optimal. 16. Okay, well, listen, there was going to be hard anyway. All right. Next time, though, he rolls a 14. That's much more like it. All right, 14. So we need a 14 to tie. We need a 15 to beat. Actually, no, we need a 13 to tie or a 14 to beat against the evil Mordreneth. All right, a 16. Outstanding. He gets hit and drops down to 15.
Good Mordreneth, or?
Yeah, that's actually true. There is, well, maybe the non-dream-based Mordreneth is, maybe that's a whole different thing. Okay, now he rolls.
If this is a dream-based one, then what is a nightmare-based one?
Oh, that's
like?
true. That's not even his final form, right?
Yeah.
Roll d20 plus 20. Exactly. What's up, Shatter? How you doing, man? 39 months of support. Thank you so much. That is 3 years and 3 months of welcomed support. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good to see you, Shatter. So here we are. We've got, thanks, Shatter. Good to see you. I hope all is going well, man. So we are here with, he has 19. So you're going to need we're going to need a, what is that? I guess you're going to need a 11. So you're going to need an 8 to tie or a 9 to beat this guy here, Triffid. 8 to tie, a 9 to beat him in this round. 16 is not going to get it done. All right. Now he rolls again. He rolls a 12. Ha! He got overconfident, Punkineth. And so he's at a 12. So we need only a 2. We need a 1 to tie him and a 2 to beat him, which on 2 dice is probably going to be pretty easy, but you still need to roll it. You upgraded to captain last month. That's right. Congratulations. So it's official. You're now captain. So, Captain Shatter, how does that feel? How does it feel to be captain? Have you now lorded it over?
What?
He's a pilot, so he now is captain of. Yeah. So now, do you lord it over your first officer? He's like, all right, go get me some coffee, peon, and then I will continue to. do you do that? Yeah. Well, it's okay, Trippett. It was my fault to roll that one to begin with. All right, 16 on this one. We need a 15 to tie, a 16 to beat. Yeah, you're adjusting back to the roll. Yeah, I'll bet you would be. But congratulations, though, man. Well deserved.
Indeed.
It's been
congratulations.
5 years. Right, because you were, but then you had the movement away from it. It's not like you're new to this. You wouldn't be new to it anyway. Good roll there, Triffett. All right, he gets hit again. But still, it's cool, though, that in this position you're there. So congrats, man. That's awesome. Never a doubt on this side. All right, Mordreneth, on the other hand, is feeling some doubt. Rolls a 15 here. We need a, a 4 to tie and a 5 to beat. 4 to tie or 5 to beat. Also, the next soundtrack song on this playlist is Thunder God Sid. So that should be appropriate for you, Shatter, right? I would think. Okay, 15, which means we tied up, so no harm, no foul. This time he rolls an 18. He rolls an 18. We must roll a 7 to tie him and 8 to beat him. It's a heavy jet instead of a regional jet, a completely different operation, cargo versus people. That's right. Nice roll, Triffid. There we go. See? All right, he's down to single-digit stamina. He is sitting at a 9. 16, Mordreneth has. A 16. I love what I see. Here's Thunder God Sid. Okay, and a 21. Outstanding. down to 7 stamina. Oh, he's getting desperate. He rolls a 19. So here we're going to need an 8 to tie or a 9 to beat. This magic sword has kicked so much butt. Well, now wait a second. Before Trifid rolls. So I think, this is what I think. I'm going to say that we're going to use Trifid's roll for the next roll, but I'm going to count Shatter Mages because I feel like as captain, he deserves 1 roll for free. So I'm going to count Shatter Mages, which means that out of nowhere, Shatter Mage flies in on his cargo plane, hits Mordreneth from the side of his face, and then disappears again.
Ooh,
and
he's a summon.
He's a summon. Hey, what's up, Echo? And Trifid rolls a 14, and I'm going to just see whether that beats. Okay, so he does hit in the next time, 20. Okay, now he rolls a 20 again. All right, now this time, Trifid will have you roll this time, although I appreciate Shatter Mage's blow there. His, he was like a summon. He was, Rama, I guess, would be the one that he'd be the summon for. Shatter Story.
Maybe Bahamut?
Could be Bahamut. Yes, actually. It's a good call. Shatter Mage, otherwise known Bahamut. Look at Trifid with the 22. Oh, man. Inspired by the appearance of a cargo plane out of nowhere or a Final Fantasy summon, Trifid freaking obliterates the guy. Oh, then he follows up with the 22. Okay, well, listen. I mean, that happens sometimes. He's only got 3 stamina left, though, so we need an 11 to tie, a 12 to beat. That's an awesome emote. What is that emote? That's a really cool emote there, Shatter. I love that. But, I mean, Fifi, obviously. Okay, so 16 means that we lose that round. We're down to 9. That's all right, though. That's all right. He rolls a 17. So we need a 6 to tie, a 7 to beat. We only need to hit him twice more.
So what does our bad guy look like, roughly?
He looks like... I will actually show you the cover for a second as Trifid rolls here. He looks like that.
Ah, classic.
You know, the shadowy figure.
It's giving literally any cover art from like the 80s.
Yeah, it's all 80s cover art in one.
Yeah, it's like always like a guy in like a robe and...
With some skeletons, for just some skulls around.
Not necessarily.
Well...
it could be like a really fucked up, like green, gnarly skin type of thing also.
That's true, that's true. That's true. Usually there is a claw, though, holding something. Like, not just the sword, but like, in this case, he has fire, but it could be an orb or something. All right, Mordreneth, by the way, is...
Keys.
Or keys, that's right. A bunch of keys.
Like, I'm mainly, like, thinking of, like, the Keeper of the Seven Keys.
Yep.
Cover art.
Yep.
Like, you're saying yep as if you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm
totally
talking
know
about?
what you're talking about. The Keeper of the Seven Keys, I don't, although I was just thinking about the one, what was the one that we had with the guy on the front, not the lone wolf guy. There was like one of the books that we did, he was like he had this like claw, like a curled claw like this, that was holding like some key. Anyway, I don't know the Keeper of the Keys though. So tell me the Keeper of the Keys before we do this hopefully last
roll. The Keeper of the Seven
one.
Keys is 2 albums by Halloween.
Okay.
The power metal band.
Okay, yes, I do. I have heard of them. Okay.
Yeah, probably because I mentioned them.
That's possible, but I know
bands.
I've heard about them in the past.
And the Keeper of the Seven Keys, as in the song, in parentheses, S songs. It's like multiple songs that like mesh together into one long thing. There's a word for that I can't think of. But like, it's one of my favorite songs.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. So Keeper of the Seven Keys. Well,
yes.
Let's see whether this guy, this particular bad guy, this arrangement. All right. He is going to start with a 17. Oh, he has 1 stamina left. All right, Trifid, we need a 17. So we need a 6 to tie or a 7 to beat Mordreneth. One of the better combat songs in a soundtrack full of them. 21. Trifid was just on fire. Trifid, if you roll like that during the D&D campaign you're going to be in, let me tell you what. You strike a blow. We lost, we were at like 16 or 17. We did get hit a few times, but we took this guy down. And also, my favorite number to see in a Final Fantasy book, if you win, turn to 400. Aw, yeah. Because 400 is
always
always
400?
always the last entry.
Ah.
As Mordreneth falls at your feet, a great
Now I have to
sigh
check.
is audible all around you, as if from hundreds of thousands of souls freed from a dreadful imprisonment of endless torment. Around you, colors... I like that it says as if from, and not that's exactly what it actually is. It's almost like it's from the following event that's actually occurring. Around you, colors shimmer and grow pale, leaving only bare gray stone as the evil one's illusions decay and fade. And I have a picture of it, which it shows right there. It's actually kind of a cool picture. All the souls rising from him as he hits the ground. I love it.
Nice.
So,
Oh, he has a face? That's lame. Like, the whole thing about, like, these hooded figures is that they're not supposed to have faces.
but not
Or
once
just
you
a
defeat
void.
him, then it turns out that it's Bob from accounting, and you're like, oh, man. It's like Scooby-Doo. It would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you damn kids. Beyond the balcony, you now make out a passage leading upwards to the fresh, clean air of the open world under the heavens, and you believe you can almost smell the sea. Perhaps Captain Gareth will already be waiting to take you back to Palawa, to the glory and rewards you have so richly earned. Sheathing your sword for the last time, you stride upwards to find out. The end! Success!
Woo!
Stealer of Souls defeated. We beat Mordreneth by eating multiple
unstole
cheese
the
wheels.
souls.
We unstole the souls. The souls are stolen no longer. So we did it. We defeated, I think this is 36, 35, 36. Victory through cheese. That's right, by the power of the cheese wheel. So great job, everybody. And by the way, in case you're like, oh, it's already over. No, because Tari and I anticipated this. And we are going to do a little bit of character creation for the next book that we're doing, which I'll explain in a minute. But I do want to say, I'm curious to see what Tari thought about it. I liked this. I thought this was a good sort of straight ahead fighting fantasy game book one. I like the idea that it wasn't too much of the, oh, you went left instead of right, insta-death stuff. Like, I like that.
No King's Quests nonsense.
Yeah. Or like the one that we played that was the bit, I don't remember which one it was, but it was a few books ago that was a real slog. Like, it just never stopped. It just kept going and going and going. I felt like even though this took us about 5 sessions to do, or 4.5, I guess, it didn't feel like a slog to me, so I kind of liked it. But I don't know how Tari felt about it. What did you think, Tari?
No, I liked it. Like, there's like one. I think it was a bit too, like, generic is the wrong word. As far as like encounters go.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Agreed.
It felt a bit too much like there weren't enough surprises, I suppose, as far as like creatures. I guess the giant was really cool.
The giant was cool.
Crab.
That helped us out. Yep.
But like beyond that, it felt a bit uninspired, I suppose. Maybe.
Yes.
That sounds so harsh. Like, I don't mean it that harshly.
It was a little, I think generic, like it was a little paint by numbers, right? Like it was a bit straight ahead for something, especially book 30, whatever this is into the series. Like, so we've done the whole, like, you know, defeat
like we had
the
like
bad
some
guy.
really imaginative and weird books in our series here. So like, especially like one that like really struck with me was what was it? Was like the Mad Max theming.
Oh yeah, Freeway Fighter, which I thought you didn't like because I
had to draw machines off.
That's right. That's true. Well, there's also
but that was like really fun as far as like themes go. Like, I mean, it's like such a cliche that like people like are not always like kitchen sink medieval fantasy. It's like but like not always kitchen sink medieval fantasy.
Like kind of
you can do interesting things with that too.
No, for sure, but I know what you mean though. I mean, I like that kind of fantasy, but I also recognize that, you know, without
I love that kind of fantasy, but like, you know, you can do it without just retreading.
I agree. And
right?
I was thinking about the one that we did that was in this series, that was where we play the monster. I forget if it's like Creature of Chaos or something, where you literally play a monster and you have to figure out how to get yourself free of the curse. Like, fascinating, like really, really interesting. And sort of
I don't
different.
think I was around for that one.
I think you were.
I think that was one of the ones where I was too sick to like stream for a few months.
Oh, maybe it was. Okay, yeah, I guess I forgot. Maybe we didn't do that one. Yeah, that one was cool because that was sort of different in the same way that we described. But yeah,
because I think I would remember drawing a monster mink.
Yeah, that's true.
Over
I
and
guess
over.
I guess you're right. That must have been. Well, yeah, that. But so
Then
there are
again,
different
we've
ones
been
like
doing
that.
this for like what, 8 years now. So
Long time. Yep. Long time, but good job, chat. So our final, as Tari makes up this final drawing, I'll get the other book. But final statistics: 10 out of 10 skill. That magic sword really helped. Oh, we also do get a stamina back after combat, just to be clear. Backpack and lantern rope, small jar of ointment, grappling iron, silver medallion, blue silk glove with snakes intertwined around the rune staff. We had a healing spell left over, so we could have even healed ourselves. Like, not in combat, though, but we could have healed ourselves right afterwards. We had a provision left. I guess we have 22 gold to set ourselves up for our retirement, because, like, we never got a chance to use it for anything, so I still don't understand the point of having gold if you're not going to have a place to use it in. But anyway. But yes, in general, was very pleased with how this came together. So, yeah, good job, everyone. And good job to Triffid. There was some good rolls there. Triffid rolled 21, 21, 16, 22, 14. Shattermage threw in a 20 there. 21, 21, 15, 20, 21. Like, there were a lot of 21s and 22s from Triffid. So, Triffid definitely had her Wheaties today going into this. So, thank you, Triffid. Good work. Okay, so let me show you the book that Tari and I are going to be playing next as Tari finishes up this last bad guy thing. Now that Stealer of Souls is complete. Let me go get the book. Okay. So, Stealer of Souls complete. Good job, chat. I have to note, by the way, that the next book in the Fighting Fantasy series, which we're not going to do now, we're going to do a couple of books first before we go back to Fighting Fantasy. But when we get back to Fighting Fantasy, I figured Tari would appreciate this cover. The book is called Daggers of Darkness, but check out the cover. I mean, there's a whole lot going on.
Outstanding!
There's a lot going on in
that.
this cover. Like, I'm riding the saber-toothed tiger. I have a hawk. I've got this flail, which apparently has 2 heads to it. I've got an eye patch. And please don't look at my groin. Please don't look at my groin. I don't.
No, I think he really wants us to look at his groin.
I'm
to
just
be honest,
saying, like,
with a piece like that. I love how the saber-toothed tigers are literally just regular tigers with giant teeth.
I know. Oh my god. And they're like apparently also like in this scenario they're like husky dogs, but you ride on top of I don't know what the yeah. So
this is what we call awesome in the lingo, you know?
And
this
it says
style.
It says evil threatens the great throne of Kazan. I don't know what the hell that's all about. But anyway, I saw that cover and I'm like, how about that? And Luke Sharp, who did a few of the other ones that I think a couple ones that we liked. We shall see, but our job is to defeat the murderous vizier Chingiz. So anyway, that is something that we'll do down the line.
How's
I just
that
thought
spelled?
Chingiz.
Couldn't it just be pronounced Genghis?
Genghis?
Yeah.
Does this guy look to you like Genghis or does he look like Chinggis? Look, Tari. I report you decide.
No, it's like because I'm thinking like this seems to be obviously based on in English. I think he's called Genghis Khan, right?
That's true.
But in other languages, he's called Genghis Khan.
Look at the chin. Look at the chin. Look at the chin right there. It's powerful chin.
That sure is the chin. I think the eye patch really makes it.
I think you're right. And yes, I think you're right that it's basically Genghis, more or less.
So,
Shadow
I mean, you
Warriors.
probably know the song, right? Genghis Khan. Hey, Reiter, ho, Reiter, hey, Reiter, immer weiter, hey, ho, Nee? Don't know that one?
Hold on,
like
let me just
one
pause.
of those meme songs.
Let me just pause the music. Do that again.
Uh,
Everyone stand by the clip button.
No. Absolutely not.
That's it. No, I don't recognize that one. Yes, it does look a little bit like Shadow Warriors of Beastmaster. That's true. I agree, Echo. Actually,
It's like from the same guys who made Moscow. Moskau, Heftigkeit an die Wand. Russland
that's
ist ein
not helping me either. I thought you were
Hey.
gonna
It's
say from chess, like one night in
disco,
Bangkok.
like German disco music. That's like it was on Eurovision. That's how it became like really famous internationally. But like
Every time you edit something, I'm like disco. I'm like, okay, German disco. I'm like,
But Eurovision, you know that one,
I
right?
do know Eurovision, yes, but I don't know this. Oh man, that's
One Eurovision. So in its year, I don't know. When was disco? 70s?
So like what, 79?
Something.
Even
don't
I
know.
was too young to know at that time. All
No,
right?
but like these songs are like they're meme songs. you
They
know?
are.
They are. Well, at least Genghis Khan is.
I gotta. Obviously,
Well, anyway.
I'm not cultured enough to get it. But that's what that will be. But we're not doing that now. What we are going to do today, Chad, this is going to be our next book that Tari and I agreed to, is this called Lost in the Dark. It is a 5th edition solo play adventure. And this comes to you from Limitless Adventures. I picked this up at Gen Con this year, always on the lookout for things like this. And it seemed like a cool idea to me. It's a Tides of Battle game, TM. A 5th edition DM-less game intended for solo play. It uses 5th edition rules. And then there are some, little tweaks and so on that we can do. Should we do chat shows and game nominations now as a break between game books? Sure, that's a good idea. Why not?
Yeah, so that gives me more time to finish up this drawing.
That's a good call. Yeah,
instead
good call.
Of, like drawing our new player character.
Let's do that. So I'm going to put up, let me put the polls up here. Like that. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. So let's do the nomination. This is what I'm going to be doing in 2 weeks, not this coming Tuesday, but 2 Tuesdays from now. So what game should Arv play? Now, we've had some very good ones of late, chat. We've had some very good nominations. So, Kathy Rain 2. Yes.
Borderlands, parentheses, any.
Borderlands, any. I mean, okay. Listen, you're allowed. Kathy Rain 2, Soothsayer. From Echo. I know the Kathy Rain
And
stuff.
if it's Borderlands, then I'm totally down for co-op play.
So we're looking at like...
I have all of them, so... Besides 4. I'm not doing 4.
So
because
maybe...
I first want to finish Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
So maybe Borderlands 2?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's
right.
go.
So we'll put Borderlands 2 up there. Possible co-op question mark? Okay.
Pre-sequel is also a good option.
Oh, the pre-sequel. Well...
But for that one, you really need to know the story of the second one, I think.
All right,
and
so then...
of Tales. No, wait. Tales came after. Never mind. Borderlands 2 is a good choice.
Rob will be down to join that too. It depends on if Rob be able to during the time that Tara and I will be doing it, but I'll check it. Pre-sequel is very weird. Oh, Prince Justin was thinking about nominating that, but he's going to go with something else. All right, so we have
I
Kathy
think
Ring.
pre-sequel is very underrated. Critically underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's so weird, like people like put people off and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's not enough like it's not like enough like 2, but like there's some really fun stuff in it.
Well, also
like, oh my god, the whole gravity mechanic is so fun.
Isn't calling Borderlands weird like calling water wet? Like the whole thing is weird, right? Like,
yeah, basically.
You know. Okay, so we have Kathy Rain 2 Soothsayer. We have Borderlands 2 possible co-op. You played pre-sequel before too for your recent playthroughs, but you knew the story though, right, Echo? Like I know very little of the story.
I think they give you like a brief flashback thingy rundown of what happened previously on Borderlands.
Previously on Borderlands. Oh yes, we need to wait for Imaginary. Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah. That's right. I remember. So Far Lone Sales. That's true because I remember. Lone Sales. And Effect Life wanted to vote for it. Okay, so good. So we got that in there. Far Lone Sales.
Dips on playing as Krieg if we do Borderlands 2, by the way.
I remember
have
that
the shiniest meat bicycle.
the only thing I remember is that in the original Borderlands, I played the dude with a hawk because I thought it was cool because he had a hawk.
Mordecai. Oh yeah, I fucking love Mordecai.
Okay.
He's one of my favorite characters.
Spirit Island. Is that based on the board game, Prince Justin? Spirit Island? Have we done Tales of the Neon Sea? No, and I don't even know what that is, Shatter. So Spirit Island, is that the board game, Prince Justin? Which is fine. I've never played it, but I've heard good things. And also, what is Tales of the Neon Sea? You just found out it exists. Okay, cool. Yep, I'm down. Tales of the Neon Sea. We had a chance, by the way. We were in on this family bike trip. We ended up going to a board game cafe type place called the Boardroom up in Burlington. And we played a couple of different games, but one of the ones that we played was King of Tokyo. And I have played it before, but never like in a sort of family environment type of thing. And it was a lot of fun playing that. Also, they were selling a bunch of games there. I didn't end up getting any because I was too busy doing a lot of stuff. I have plenty of games as it is. But they had Return to the Dark Tower there, which was it's inspired by the original Dark Tower. My Dark Tower is currently being repaired as we speak. Different board game Dark Tower. Not the Stephen King one, but the Dark Tower board game is amazing. Mine is currently out for being repaired. But anyway, $190 for Return of the Dark Tower. I'm like, dude, this game, so much. Okay. Cyberpunk, Tales of the Neon Sea is Cyberpunk Retro Pixel Adventure. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right, so we have got, you finally remember. My Dark Tower is being repaired as we speak. I sent it out. I was going to play it a couple weeks ago when I realized the tower was no longer making sound. And it was 20 years since the last time I fixed it. So I was like, all right, now I don't know what I'm going to do when I'm in my 70s and this goes out again. I guess I'll just repair it again, but we'll see. But anyway. So I've sent it out for repair work. All right, so we have Kathy Rain 2 Soothsayer, Borderlands 2, possible co-op, Far Alone Sails, Spirit Island, and Tales of the Neon Sea. It's a good set. Anyone else have nominations before I close this and we vote? And again, we're looking for the top 3. Well, I know, well, that's right. And then I have to think about when I reach 110, will there even be, will they be doing, at that point, they would be on the Dark Tower 3, the Dark Tower 4, the Dark Towering or something. Like they'd be... Dark Tower 5, Dark Tower with a Vengeance. The
Dark Tower 2, darker.
Dark Tower Borderlands. Everything now is like something Borderlands. Or something Badlands. I guess that's the new Predator one, right? Predator Badlands. Okay. All right, so going once, going twice. Okay. Here we go, chat. Please get in your votes. The top 3 vote getters will go to the final round, and we'll be able to vote on that until next Tuesday. I'll be playing this in 2 weeks between Kathy Rain 2 Soothsayer, Borderlands 2, possibly co-oping with Tari.
Oh, I'm not locked in.
Far Lone Sails, Spirit Island, and Tales of the Neon Sea. So $ vote space 1 is Kathy Rain 2. Far Lone Sails has 1 vote already because Effect Life had already entered his vote. So we have Kathy Rain 2 Soothsayer, Borderlands 2, Far Lone Sails 3, Spirit Island 4, Tales of the Neon Sea 5. So get in your votes now, please. Top 3 vote getters will be in the final round. Again, $ vote space 1 for Kathy Rain. I have 2 number 2s. What do you mean? Whoa. Say that again? What do you mean? I have 2 number 2s? I don't...
A poop joke?
I don't think so. Oh. Kathy Rain 2 and Borderlands 2. Oh! You're right. Kathy Rain 2, Borderlands 2, Far Alone Sails 1, Spirit Island 1, Tales of the Neon Sea 1. It's a good point. I see what you mean. Ooh, we got some good ones. So we got 2 votes for Far Lone Sails. We got 1 vote each for Kathy Rain 2, Borderlands 2, and Tales of the Neon Sea. All right, we got 2 Soothsayer and 2 Borderlands. 2 Soothsayer. Right, but you're not saying there's an actual other vote that somehow got missed. I shouldn't two-out my... I see what you did there. I'm all caught up now. We're all good. We're all fine, thanks. How are you? Okay. All right. Any other votes, chat? We do need to try to get to the top 2 or 3 vote getters. I don't want to have one with 4. So right now, Far Lone Sales looks like definite, but Kathy Rain 2, Borderlands 2, Tales of the Neon Sea are all in the running. So I do need some vote to kind of break the tie or to get us to, like, if one of Tales, Kathy, or Borderlands switched to the other one of those, then we would have our top 3 vote getters probably. So yeah, no, Kathy Rain 2 Soothsayer is all one entry. I think it's working. I think it should be fine. Spirit Island. now we have votes for everybody. Now everything is confusing. All right, Lone Sales is the third. Now we've got 2 votes for Far Lone Sales. Now we just have to worry about getting one other second or third vote getter if we can. So we need one more. I was obfuscating and confusing. No, I was just missing your very clear pun. That was on me. I should not miss puns. I think nonstop. Somebody put this into Discord of a. I think it was Jesse Cox was playing Final Fantasy Tactics, Evil's Chronicles, and there was one point one of them does. They have this little saying that they say. One of the little sayings was, "There's a lot of ifs in life, but actually just one." And then he sort of sat there for a minute, and then was like, "If in the middle of life, there's like a lot of ifs. There's only one in life." And then he got up and left the microphone because the pun was so good. That's really why.
But because it was so good. Yeah.
That's exactly why.
That's the reason.
Okay, 2 votes for Kathy Rain 2. We have 2 votes for Far Lone Sales. We have 1 vote each for Spirit Island and Tales of the Neon Sea. Any chance we can get Spirit Island or Tales of the Neon Sea, one of those, to change votes to the other? Because otherwise, as of right now, we're looking at 2 final vote winners, which is Kathy Rain 2 or Far Lone Sales. But if we get one on one of those other 2, then we would have a 3-way vote. So, all right, there we go. 3 votes. All right, going last call. Going once. Oh, that was nice of you, Trippin. Going twice. Okay, there we go. There are our 3. So the top vote getter of these 3 will be the one that we do. Thank you, Dragon Spear. This is my vote. My vote is 98 months. Dragon, first of all, thank you as always. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir, for the support. 8 years and 2 months of Tier 1 support. Thank you so much, Dragon. Secondly, I wanted to say that, Dragon, you missed it. We actually had an illusory dragon, and you were not there to vote on how to handle the illusory dragon. But I thought you should know that Big Boss thought that we should kill the dragon with weaponized kindness. And we ended up not doing that. We just dispelled the illusion. So that's what happened. That's how this goes.
Also believed very hard in the dragon.
I believe very hard in the dragon, yes. So Kathy Rain 2, Far Lone Sales, Tales of the Neon Sea. And also, thank you so much for doing the straw poll, Echo, as always. All right, chat. So that vote's going to be up until next Tuesday. And then the Tuesday after that is when I will actually play it. We've had some very good ones of late. Sword of the Sea, I'm going to be at some point playing as like probably a palate cleanser between one game and the next, because that's probably only one session or so. We've had a lot of good ones.
So no Borderlands co-op?
We may still be able to do Borderlands co-op. I can make a decision. I can do whatever I want. It's my channel.
You can do whatever you want.
I can do whatever. I'm a strong, independent person, and I can, I can do whatever I choose. Okay. All right, chat. Very good. So let's go back and see how this illustration is going. Perfect. That gives us a chance to talk about the next game that we are playing. I'm a big boy now, exactly. Okay, so we're playing Lost in the Dark. What we know about this game is that we wake in a cave with amnesia. That's what we know. So we also know that we need to generate our character. But the nice thing is we generate our character in the first, basically in the first section, we generate a character. So I'm going to see if I can pull up the PDF for this. And we're going to clear Sir Grendelthorpe. You'll never walk alone, Sir Grendelsthorpe. Let's see. Let's change this around. Okay. Actually, let's just do that. All right. And the character's name is not going to be Sir Grendelsthorpe either. So the only thing that we do want to put down is we want to put down our name. Now, we do have amnesia. So we don't actually remember anything except, he said doubtfully, we remember our name somehow. Don't ask me how. We're doing it live.
Oh,
okay?
we are not the nameless one. Boo.
I'm gone. I'm there. I'm gone.
Exit my journal.
Can't do that. Okay, so we could do that, but the nameless one, I'm afraid, is already trademarked. So instead, we're gonna have to choose something else.
Is he trademark? Can you trademark a name like that?
Probably. You could.
Probably.
I imagine you could. So, what do we want for the... Okay, so Dragon Spear suggests, what should we name our character? Okay, so Dragon Spear suggests enter name here. That's a good one. Enter name here. Big Boss suggests 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like that. Do we have anyone?
Maximilian Mustermann.
What's up, you Christensen? I don't remember having amnesia. It was when you had amnesia. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not logged into Twitch, so I can't put it there, but I'll just throw it into the
okay, let me see.
Zoom chat.
I'm waiting for Tari's nomination. It is Maximilian Mustermann.
Yeah, that's like one of those standard names they put like as an example in like things in Germany. For like if there's like some form that you need to fill in. It's like always like Maximilian Mustermann or
for us here it's John Doe or Jane Doe is what it is here. Is like
I thought that's like a military thing specifically.
No. The universal like some anonymous or unknown person, John Doe or Jane Doe. Okay, so Maximilian Mustermann, I love that. What else do we have? Max Mustard. We name our player Amnesia. And then we can call our last name can be a machine for pigs. Is that it? What do we think? Name Nameson. I love it. Well, we don't know what our character's about yet, Echo, because we literally created in the first portion. Like there's it kind of works you through character creation, which I think is cool. So, all right, we have enter name here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maximilian Mustermann, Amnesia, and name Nameson. We do have Amnesia in a cave. That's for sure. Any others that we want to do as nominations, one nomination per person, and then we'll take a vote. And we will see what our name is going to actually be. Oh, and while we're doing that, I'm going to look and see if I can find the map. Because there is a map that comes with this.
Is this one correct?
Different company, so I think so. But yes, you speak the truth. All right, yeah, we're going to see how... Listen, I'm willing to give it a try. It looks promising, so we will see how this one goes. Okay. All right, can we copy that? Copy. All right, paint, paste, crop. Ooh, it worked, I think. Save as PNG, and we're going to save it. We're going to save it in here. We're going to save it in here. We're going to save it as Act 1. Lost in the Dark. Map. Okay. Saved. All right. Now I should be able to put that up there. I do not need a summary of this adventure, Adobe. God, Gen AI garbage. Okay. Annotate. Well, we can't have two. You already have one, though.
That is good, though. That is really good.
That is a really good one. Play-Doh is a good one, Big Boss. That's very good. So, Play-Doh, 20 Thriffletuff. Interesting. Thriffletuff. And then annotate.
That you need to do like a really bad Irish accent the entire time.
It's like, sure, and you're going to be taking it with Bigora. Okay. Annotate. But you need to choose one or the other, Christensen. Either name Nameson or annotate. Which do you want your nomination to be? Don't get me wrong. I love them both, but annotate or name Nameson.
Oh, please do it. Yeah, Anne. Come on. That's like not even a contest.
Yeah, Echo and Dragon both agree with Anne. Christensen, are you good on annotate instead of name Nameson? Are we good? I guess Anne? Okay. Anne. Okay, Anne O. Tate. All right, I'm going to close the nominations then. All right, chat, get in your votes. The top 3 vote getters will go into a runoff. So enter name here, $ vote space 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $ vote space 2. Maximilian Musterman, $ vote space 3. Amnesia, $ vote space 4. Annotate, $ vote space 5. Plato, $ vote space 6. 20 Thriffletuff, $ vote space 7. Please get your votes in for the name of our character, chat. Should it be enter name here? Should it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Should it be Maximilian Musterman? Should it be Amnesia, Annotate, Plato, or 20 Thriffletuff? Tari, do you want me to put in a vote for Maximilian for you?
No, Anne.
Oh, you're putting it.
But
you want
like, I'll saving my vote as always for
tie
as
breaks or
usual.
whatever. Okay.
Yeah, for tie breaks.
Gotcha. All right. Right now, Annotate is running away with it, actually. Maybe I won't even need to do a runoff.
I mean, come on, that's a really good one.
That is really good.
Yeah.
High quality. All right. Let's see. I'm going to last call this because... And there were some good ones. I like enter name here. I like Plato a lot. I think that's sneaky good. There were a lot of good...
I don't get that one.
you know.
Can you explain?
It has to do with the allegory of Plato's cave. It's a philosophical question.
Well, I know the allegory
Yeah.
of Plato's cave, but like, what does it have to do with names?
Well, just that if we have amnesia in a cave, then by
Yes.
calling ourselves Plato, we are making reference not only to a cave, but to the question of whether we would actually turn away from our own shadow and walk out of the cave. So we're kind of making reference to being stuck in a cave. I think. I mean, you know, you
I
could
see.
you could tell me that, but okay. So I'm gonna last call this. Going once, going twice. All right, yeah, annotate it is. That was very good.
Beautiful.
Annotate. All right. Annotate. I love it. All right, that's our name. Now, before we get to that, I do want to make sure that we wrap up the last one we just did by taking a look at this awesome,
not done yet.
badass illustration. Oh, sorry, not done yet?
I need 5 more minutes.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Then we'll go into the description. That's fine. That's fine. I don't want to rush you. All right, so here we go. Prologue. Wake in the dark. Who am I? What is this place? You jolt to consciousness as your lungs convulse. Shifting rubble, you manage to roll onto your side, coughing up plumes of dust. A few drops of blood dribble from your cracked skull onto the stone floor. This is not good. All right, now we get character generation. So, apprentice lost. Your human eyes slowly adjust to the dimly lit cavern surrounding you. A little bruised, but you appear to be mostly unharmed. Assign the following standard array of stats to your character. 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8. Write down 6 hit points plus your constitution modifier. Your armor class is 10 plus your dex modifier. On the ground is an open backpack. Its contents scattered across the floor. And then it gives us a background and different stuff like that as well. So the question is, we're going to assign our standard array of stats. So the way we do this in a D&D context is we are going to change this up. Strength. Constitution. Dexterity. Let's see. We've got strength, constitution, intelligence. Wisdom. And of course, charisma. There we are.
But what about comeliness? Rick?
Comeliness, I know. That so the fact that they used to subdivide to make that like, well, it's not the same as charisma. He's ugly, but what a charming fellow. All right.
I mean,
so,
that is a thing.
Oh yeah. No, I know. But it's funny that was the I always thought it was an interesting subdivide. Okay, so we got that. Good. All right, so here we go, chat. So we have, well, hold on a second. Let me get through this YouTube ad. I don't want to hear any ads. Skip. Okay, good. Right, so here we go. Let's clear those.
Here we go.
So we've got strength. So in fact, I'm going to say, let's see. Let's start with, so we have 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8. So let's do this way. This will be, we can do this once. It'll make it a lot easier. Entering it once. All right. So we have a 15, chat. Please type in your vote for where we should assign it. 15 is our top score. Should we assign that to strength, constitution, dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma? We know only that we are amnesiac and we are in a cave. That's all we know so far. And we obviously took a serious blow to the head. So should we do, so $ vote space 1 means we give the 15, and I should say this, what should we assign the 15 to? So
I find it weird
strength,
that they first give us the stats instead of first giving us like character backgrounds
yeah,
and character race and stuff to choose from.
yeah. It's an interesting decision. I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing how they manage this. So we'll see. Okay. So we've got $ vote space 1 strength, 2 con, 3 dex, 4 intelligence, 5 wisdom, 6 charisma. So far I have 1 vote each for con, intelligence, and charisma. And the next score after this, remember, is a 14. So if you don't get your chosen one, don't forget, you could save it for that too. We have 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8. So be thinking about what the dump stat's going to be as well.
Oh, Constitution, of course.
Well, I mean, yeah, and actually that's what Prince Justin said. I mean, it's sort of false also now, because clearly we don't have a good con, because we obviously would have.
It's like I used to do that all the time, making like con or strengths my dump stat.
Yeah.
Until for the first time I had a DM who is used to like power gamers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think like 3 sessions into the game was like, hey, if you want, you can just like switch your stats around this once, right?
Oh my god.
Because like my
You could
character was
do
just
it?
like not viable. For context, I think we were doing Tomb of Annihilation.
Okay.
So
That's a tough one.
yeah.
So what did you switch it to?
I think no, not intelligence. A little bit intelligence. Maybe intelligence? Because I was playing a druid.
Well, that would be wisdom theoretically, but
So then I shouldn't make wisdom my dump stat.
that wouldn't be your dump stat as a druid unless you're making a really fun druid. I mean, which, listen, I'm here for it. Tomb of Annihilation is rough, yeah. Yeah, I've never DM'd or played it, but I've read through a fair bit of it, and yeah. And of course, what it's originally based on, Isle of Dread, was really nasty.
What?
So.
No, it's based on Tomb of Horrors.
Mm-mm. Tomb of Horrors is in it, but Isle of Dread is a big inspiration for Tomb of Annihilation.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah,
it
I don't know
actually
about that
takes
one.
place, I think it even takes place on the same island, which is the island of Chult. I'm not sure about that. But,
Chult isn't an island, it's a peninsula.
well, you know what? Okay, yes. But
Gregory,
an
how do you
area, a
not
region.
know?
A region.
How do you not know? It might have been an island at some point. It's like, they changed the geography a bunch around. Maybe it was
Yes.
an island at some point.
Yes, but yeah, that's true. The Tomb of Horrors is in it, but okay, so we've got votes for Dex and All right, so last call. So we are tied between Dex and Charisma. So the con intelligence voters might need to switch one to the other, and or have someone else jump in to assign the 15 to one of them. Charisma, Dex are currently tied. Dex, okay, so going once. Going twice. Okay. Dexterity it is. Okay, so we have a 15. Okay, now what do we assign the 14 to? This one. Oh, and I should say, wait. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Wait a second. I forgot we don't need dexterity because we've already done that. So let's move this bad boy down here. And then clear that completely. Right. Okay, 14. Do we assign the 14 to strength, con, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma? Aw, Prince Justin, you don't have to do that. People, listen, people change their vote also to support like your game choices. And you had some good ones. Hell, Expeditions Rome is one of the leaders for Game of the Year for me, so no guarantee though, because in a world with Final Fantasy Tactics, it may be hard for it to beat that, but Expeditions Rome is really good. All right, so $ vote space 1 for strength, 2 for con, 3 for intelligence, 4 for wisdom, 5 for charisma. Sorry, you can try that again, Dragon. I had to close the vote. Do you want to vote for 6? You'll be shocked. Having said that, Expeditions is awfully good, though. Wait, what? You're right, because we're voting for 5. You want to vote for 5, not 6. Because I took dexterity out, so I moved them. So charisma's 5 now. There you go. All right, so we've got strength, con, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, and right now Constitution is leading with 3 votes to 2 over charisma. I'm going to last call this. This is to give it a 14. Going once. Going twice. Okay. Constitution. So that's a 14. Outstanding. I mean, toughness, survivability, resistance to various environmental effects like poison, things like that. Something that you would expect more in a survival mode, which is why I think people are thinking about it in this situation. It would be my guess, Big Boss. Okay, so con wins that. All right. So now, let me just move this guy down here, and let's clear that completely. All right. Now we have strength, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. And this is about who do we assign, or what do we assign the 13 to? So we have 15 dex, 14 con. Do we assign the 13 to strength, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma? Character creation for our annotate.
Did you at some point give introduction to the adventure or the setting or whatever?
Literally
don't remember.
literally the introduction was just you wake in a cave with amnesia.
Oh, okay.
So
we don't know anything about the setting either.
We really do not, because we don't even know where we are.
It's like none of the official D&D settings.
That's correct. Yes, that is right. But yeah, I know nothing. We know nothing about it. So in a way, it's a little bit like gradually building from the ground up, so to speak. And let me know when you're done with that pick so I can give it its proper due.
Oh, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like finish the numbers first.
Okay. So we're gonna finish the numbers and then we'll go through this last picture from the Stealer Souls, and then we'll keep on rolling, chat. All right, we have 2 votes for strength, 2 votes for charisma. All right, chat, what's it gonna be? This is to assign the 13. $ vote space 1 for strength, 2 for intelligence, 3 for wisdom, or 4 for charisma. Right now it seems like strength and charisma are battling it out. What's it going to be? Prince Justin has voted for charisma. All right, we're going to last call this. Going once. Also, Sparkly Wallflower has voted for... Oh, you got to do $ vote space 4 for that, Sparkly. Also, hi, Sparkly. But $ vote space 4. There you go.
Oh, it's interesting that Twitch has this function to like say that you are just listening. Like you get a little icon next to your name.
And there's one that I think is like only listening or only seeing, but no sound. I think there's another one like that too.
Ah, that's really useful.
Yeah. Yep, it gets used not as much as I think. I don't know whether they've advertised it that much or whatever, but
Well, I haven't heard of it, but also like you're like the one channel that I watch these days. So.
I see. Okay,
basically.
Going once, going twice.
Because most people stream when I'm asleep. So.
Well, see. I want to be. I mean, my other streams I do stream when you're asleep, but I've had that since they implement, even though I watch anyway. Oh yeah. 13. Okay, here we go. So, all right. So we have 15 Dex, 14 Con, 13 Charisma. Okay. Now we have to see who we're going to assign the 12 to. What should we assign the 12 to? And I'm going to put Charisma. We're going to clear out. All right, chat. So now, what should we assign the 12 to? $ vote space 1 is Strength, 2 is Intelligence, 3 is Wisdom. And the two scores after this are 10 and 8. So be aware that's what we've got left. But this is what we assign the 12 to. $ vote space 1 to go Strength, $ vote space 2 to go Intelligence, $ vote space 3 to go Wisdom. Right now we have a 15 Dex, a 14 Con, 13 Charisma. It kind of feels like we're making a like roguish, acrobatic, or maybe a bard-ish, I could see. But like...
Psionic.
Say again?
Psionic, obviously.
Psionic, yes. That's what we're making. Clearly. We're making a psionicist. I like psionics.
Artificer.
I always thought psionics were fun.
Yeah, like the whole like psionics hate thing happened before my time, so I can only reference other people memeing about it, sadly.
Because it felt a little, it was never really clearly, it just was sort of like, here, and then they just like, it was never really clearly, smoothly integrated, I guess, into the previous system, so. Charisma without wisdom is a disaster IRL. Well, true. It depends on who you ask, or it's tremendous. Like, I mean, whoever. Okay, we have 3 votes for wisdom, 1 vote for intelligence, no votes for strength.
Life insurance.
So now's the chance to get your votes in, chat. $ vote space 1 is strength, 2 is intelligence, 3 is wisdom. Psionic was overpowered. Well, yeah, because it was one of those things that like people didn't really have it. It was the classic, let's add something in and then you get feature or power creep, because we didn't really think about it when we were first making the game, you know, so. All right, going once for wisdom. Going twice for wisdom. Sold to wisdom. Okay, so wisdom is 12. All right. And that means that, chat, what we have left is strength and intelligence. So this is what we're assigning the 10 to, not the 12, sorry, the 10 to, and the other one's going to get an 8. So what gets 10, what gets 8? So $ vote space 1 if you want strength to get the 10, $ vote space 2 if you want intelligence to get the 10. Please get your votes in. One of the soundtrack titles is Bloody Excrement. I
know that band.
I don't think that's what you want. I just... Yeesh. Okay, chat is overwhelmingly in favor of intelligence getting the 10. All right. So intelligence gets 10, which means that strength gets 8. Okay, great. Someone worked hard on that piece of music. They did. I mean, you can really tell. Okay. Character's name, annotate. Strength 8, Con 4, Dex 15, Intelligence 10, Wisdom 12, Charisma 13. Outstanding. All right. So now, on the ground is an open backpack. Oh, wait, sorry. Write down 6 hit points plus your con modifier. Okay, so 14 should be plus 2, I believe.
So I guess we are not a dwarf.
We are not a dwarf. Yeah. If we were a dwarf that forgot that we were a dwarf in a cave, I
Wait,
mean, like,
no, I'm stupid.
Could it happen?
HP is class-based, not race-based, is it?
Oh, I thought you were basing it on the Constitution.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
So let's see.
No, I was basing it on the HP.
Oh, I see.
So.
I see. Yeah. So right. So we've got
Also,
plus
if we add
2.
first level, then we get. Oh, so we do have D6, I guess. Hit die.
Yeah. Although actually, wait a second. Forgot we did not have a 15. We had a 14. It's usually plus 1, plus 2. I think it's plus 2.
Oh God, was it
It is-
Pathfinder?
it
where
is
like the
plus 2.
sorcerer
That's
had
what I
like a D4 as a hit die? That was terrible.
Plus 2. Or first edition D&D was like that with wizards.
There were no sorcerers in there.
I know, but I'm talking
Yeah.
wizards. Like where they were for magic users.
Wizards.
Magic users, actually, as they were
Oh,
called
yeah.
then.
And Fighting Man.
Fighting man. Okay, right. So that is plus 2 is our con modifier, which means that we add 6 hit points plus your constitution modifier. So hit points are 8. I'm going to have to
Whoa.
expand this a little bit. Hit points,
Can drink so much poison.
8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, okay. Outstanding. And then, let's see. Your armor class is 10 plus your dexterity modifier. And our dexterity modifier is also plus 2. So it means that our AC is 12. So armor class is 12. Okay.
Yeah, Wallflower, same. It's like I only do that in like video games based on D&D. They actually care about strength because there they calculate carrying capacity.
Mm-hmm.
But who the fuck still calculates carrying
It's true.
capacity in pen and paper?
I mean, if you're going to be a fighter, though,
on.
melee is kind of hampered if you got your strength is too low,
Who
though.
plays a fighter?
Who plays a fighter these days?
No one
Okay.
plays a fighter.
Right. So on the ground is an... Oh, okay, wait. We did the numbers. So now we've done the numbers. Before we go on, I want to do this last drawing so we can make sure that Tara has a chance to do something else. So
Please.
let's take a look at this guy.
Should I do a rundown of the entire
Yeah,
book,
let's do. Yeah,
maybe,
let's do a
since
rundown
we are
of
done
the.
now?
Let's do a rundown of the book, and then chat. We will go back to character creation, and we'll be fully into Lost in the Dark. So we began with this guy.
Yes, Sir Grandolph. No, wait, that's not true. This is what we began with. This was the one.
That's right.
Totally serious and 100% true channel arms.
Yep.
Yeah, this is our guy, Sir Grendel Thorpe.
Boy, Grendelthorpe.
Yes, our epic battle against the skull crab on the ship.
That's right. The battle when we were
I
first
don't
getting
think
there.
we actually fought it on the ship. We fought something else on the ship, and then we fought the crab on the beach or something. And I misunderstood.
Yes,
Wasn't that a
but it
thing?
was so good that we were like, you know what? Like, you guys gotta.
Yeah.
This is what should have happened. In my canon, this is what happened.
Really proud of this one.
Yes.
Really,
it's
really
very
happy
great.
with how this one turned out.
I love that one.
The giant.
Yeah, I like the giant. The giant was cool.
Yes. Fight against some cultist guy.
Also, touchdown.
Yes. Which is definitely what I was going for because
Yes.
I definitely know U.S. football.
It's the
Stuff.
minute you did it, I thought it, and every time you're like, no. I'm like, touchdown though. That's what it is, right?
I mean, you tell me. Like I said, I don't know
Yeah.
anything about hand egg. Yes, the warm up was some.
Somehow this was part of the same series, chat. Like, just so you know.
Well, I literally was playing Link to the Past.
Yes.
That's the one.
Yes.
So I had that on my mind. Yes, us taking one of our rations.
You can stop. Listen, if you're going to keep your helmet on all the time, you need a juice box sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's how that works.
Yep.
I bet it was delicious juice box also.
Yes. And then the obligatory standing in the cave with a torch thing, of which in the series I have done so many, I think.
You get ready for another one. You're going to be doing more of these. I love the shadowing in that, though.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
And then the were-rats? Ratmen?
I
I'm
think
not
that's
sure.
right. Or the rat men. Yeah, that's right. I like these guys.
Thank you. Clunk. Oh yeah, Skeleton Warrior.
Yep, the battle against. I like that it looks like, I know, did you like long flowing hair behind the skeleton warrior's head? Because it looked almost a little bit like Fabio as skeleton battling battling our guy. It was great.
Well, I guess he doesn't need to keep watching his like weight and training anymore if he's just a skeleton.
Yeah.
So.
Six pack, still, of ribs.
6 ribs.
The 6 ribs.
That was an unfinished warm-up. Another Zelda thing.
Oh yeah.
Yes. This was the session where we did all the stupid items.
Bunch of
I mean,
keys.
smart, brilliant items. Yeah.
Totally believable, exactly from what we expect. Yep.
Yes. The 15-foot rope, and yes, it's 15 feet.
15-foot rope.
Exactly.
Yep.
The +1 sword.
Still one of my favorites. It's +1 sword holding a +1 sword. I get an extra sword.
Totally not stolen from Munchkin.
Yep. Very much.
Then the last one
just
good.
Good.
Wasn't. Couldn't think of a good one.
Healing.
The potion of healing.
Healing.
Yes.
Heal the thing. Yep.
Indeed.
And then we had. Yes, the rainbow
portrait.
battle.
No, first we had the portrait.
Oh, first you had the portrait.
Then we had, our nap.
Mm-hmm.
In the ogre bed or whose ever bed that was. There was an ogre in that episode, but I don't remember if he was in that room. Then we tried to open some door that we had so many keys, but not the right one.
This one. Yeah, we had that bunch of keys for a long time.
Then we finally saved the wizard.
And we did it. See, he's going to kill us all. We're like, we got it.
Hysterical.
Yeah. Just need to calm down a bit. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
Yes. And then we went down the multicolored corridors.
Reading Rainbow. I love it.
Color-coded corridors.
It's in this book, Fighting Fantasy Game Books. I love it. Even the shadowy, like the color shadows on him, awesome.
Right. So the warm-up was just a beach holiday for a guy. I like to imagine that this is like now after the book.
Yeah.
He like takes his 26 gold pieces and spends it on a nice vacation.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, finally you have something to spend it on. Yeah.
Goes to the Canaries or something.
Yep. Yep. I love it.
Yes, and the rock spider.
I like, it looks almost a little bit like it could count as like a car or a bed or something on top of the spider, and it just happens to be a rock. It's like anything you're holding would actually work for this.
It's like, oh god, what is that enemy type in Zelda called again? Where it's like a little crawly thingy with like 4 legs, and then it like either has like a shrub on its back or a rock or... it's like one of the standard enemies.
Yeah.
I forgot the name.
I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he is the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Exactly, Big Boss. Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then last but not least, our epic battle against the evil wizard, sorcerer, whatever.
Yep, who we never saw. But it didn't work out, which is why our boy is now on the beach, hanging out while we have ultimately defeated him. That was a good series. It was a good sequence. Sorry. Good illustrations. Good stuff. So
I had a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah, that was there,
especially because of the helmet.
I think. Yeah, I was
because
going to say.
I couldn't do facial expressions. I said that I think last episode that like that whole thing about not getting to do facial expressions like really had me focus on other things that I usually don't focus on.
It was a good challenge. I mean, the one thing about having the sort of generic, as we said, the more generic fantasy setting is it did mean that you worked out, like, it was up to you then to provide some of that extra kind of like flair, to some of the fantasy stuff that we were doing, like the bunch of keys joke or, whatever. So you did well within that.
I was just feeling a little silly that day.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Extra silly. More silly than usual.
More silly than usual. So this was good stuff. So good stuff from Tari. So, all right, let's see if we can do one or two, because we do have about a half hour, 45 minutes. Let's see if we can do one or two as we're waking up in this cave.
I would like to get the character design for
I
this
agree.
time.
That's what we're going to do. So we have our scores now. Oh, and I have to I have to resize the window. Promising. Okay, that looks good. Lovely. All right. So, now on the ground is an open backpack. Its contents scattered across the floor. Some of these items could be useful. So we add the following equipment to our inventory. We add a, stop me if you're surprised, a backpack. Oh yeah, backpack. We add, let's see, an insignia of rank private. That's interesting. So maybe we were some kind of a soldier, maybe, or maybe we killed a soldier and that we took his stuff. I don't know. Insignia of rank private. Let's see what else. We got a deck of cards. Good. A bedroll. Good. A mess kit. Good. Tinderbox. Always. Water skin. Hell yeah. 5 days of rations. Rations. Let's get rid of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's make sure that fits. It doesn't quite, but I'll fix it in a second. Rations. Great, great, great. Okay, I love it. All right. A small spade. A tool. That's good. So we're apparently also Sam. A small spade. And 1 torch. It seems like... Seems limited. 1 torch.
I think that's the idea.
Could be. As you examine the items you've collected, you begin to remember who you are. You may choose or roll for 1 background and gain the following benefits. So, now this is interesting, chat. We have 6 possible backgrounds that we could be. We could choose them or we could roll for them. Basically, roll 1d6 to get our background. What do you want to do, chat? Do you want to, just tell me in chat this, do you want to choose the background, 1 of 6, or do you want to roll for the background? And let fate be our guide.
Does this also determine our character race?
It doesn't say anything about race. It would just determine our character type, at least. And then we'd have to figure out the rest as we go along. But of course, in the new 5e, it basically is, you know, the 2024 version. Its race has been minimized anyway. And first of all, it's called culture. Secondly, or background. And then, or rather, I'm sorry, ancestry. And then also they've kind of backloaded it. It's not as important as it used to be. So Chad, what do you think? Should we roll
Ancestry
for it
sounds
or
like
choose?
Not ancestry. Like culture sounds like a terrible name for it.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to think of something that gets it away from obviously other charged concepts with that word, and I understand, but it does feel a little... Yeah. What do you think, chat?
Sounds like duct taping and band-aiding rather than...
Then just
hey, maybe the whole design, core design aspect is like the issue here.
Yeah.
Not the what we are calling it, you know?
Yeah, that's right. At
let's not first get into that.
Yeah, but what I was going to say, at the very least, having the background as be more important is doing some of that, I think. So, in the intro to the book, it says you open your human eyes. Oh, you're right. Your human eyes. Good call, Triffid. You're quite right. Yep.
Oh, we are a human.
We are human. That's a good point. I didn't even catch that.
I was hoping we get to be a gnome.
Sorry,
I wanted to
but
draw
you could be a cool, you could be a strange looking human, a cool human.
Maybe
human.
I got like human eyes implanted because I lost my own eyes.
Wow. All of a sudden, this is Underrail or Cyberpunk instead of what is it? Doesn't mean you're attached to them. Okay, so chat, I'm going to assume trying to open your non-human eyes would be challenging as a human. All right, chat, I'm going to make a executive decision if I don't hear from anybody. I'm tempted to roll for this because I think it'll be fun to kind of roll with what we've got. Although if it's way off from what we have, because we have dexterity as a major one, so I think all that could theoretically fit. Okay. All right, let's do it. So, Triffid, go ahead. I'm going to have you roll 1d6 is going to determine what we are, what our background is.
Well, at least there's no chance to be a Dragonborn, because in that case I would have made the executive decision to not be a Dragonborn.
To not be a
because I'm not gonna
Dragonborn?
draw a Dragonborn. Hate them.
Ah.
I hate Dragonborn so much.
Really?
They are like my number one hated thing in D&D. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
is that
yeah,
just
yeah.
because overexposed?
Terrible.
Or why?
I think
Why
they look
then?
fucking ugly.
What? Really?
First of all, when Dragonborn came into D&D, like there were already like a handful of draconic and reptilian humanoid races to choose from,
Right.
and also they look stupid. I hate their silhouette and everything. They look so
That's so funny.
no, terrible.
Makes
Like
notes to never have
kobolds
Dragonborn
and
again.
draconians and saurians all the way. But no Dragonborn.
That's funny.
Awful.
That's interesting.
Ugh.
Okay, so we are an entertainer. We have 2 additional items. One of them is a love letter. Oh, yeah. And the other one is a lyre. I don't mean you. Obviously, we're liars. I mean lyre, L-Y-R-E, the stringed instrument. And we have skill proficiencies +2. So, skill proficiencies specifically. We are proficient
I can't do
in
an Elvis voice.
acrobatics, and performance. So we're looking at +2. +2 and performance +2.
I'm like thinking like a circus acrobat type of thing.
Could be. I mean, or maybe like a
That would be fun for the costume.
circus acrobat
jester?
a circus acrobat who wishes that he were more than that, though. You know what I mean? Like I don't mean more
I'm
in
like
a bad
thinking
way.
about the visuals right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like thinking about the visuals, what our character wears and stuff.
I could dig that. So we know that that is there. Okay. So now lighting a torch, you illuminate your surroundings. So again, we have a annotate. So she is Dex 15, Con 14, Charisma 13, Wisdom 12, Intelligence 10, Strength 8. Hit points 8. We have a 12 AC, 5 rations. We have a backpack, an insignia of rank indicating private, a deck of cards, a bedroll, a mess kit, a tinderbox, a water skin, a small spade, 1 torch. We also have a love letter and a lyre. And we have a background of entertainer, which gives us +2 to acrobatics and +2 to performance. Why would anyone want to be more than a circus acrobat? Yeah, I didn't mean it quite that way. I kind of meant like, in addition to or also. Okay, lighting a torch, which is, I guess, our 1 torch. You illuminate your surroundings. The stone passage ahead of you twists off into the darkness. Looking back, the passage...
Wait, do we get a class?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't say. It just says this is what we got. Looking back, the passage behind you is buried in fallen rock. Wherever you came from, there is no turning back now. Now, at this point, I will show you folks the map that we have to work with. Let's put the internal image. We're going to change that around to, not using Midnight Rogue map anymore. Stuff. Lost in the dark. Okay. Shrink that up a bit. Okay, there's that. There's that. Oh. I didn't know it was like that. Okay, that's fine. I shall transform it by rotating it 90 degrees that way. That is correct. Okay, perfect. All right, so here's what we're looking at, chat. Here's our map here. Okay, there we go. So here's our map, chat. So we are starting at the top left is A right there. So the top left A is where we find ourselves. And that is that's top left. We find ourselves in where we'd be heading next, actually, because we have to decide if we're going there or we're going to 1B. So, chat, vote question. $ vote space 1 means we delve into the darkness. $ vote space 2 means we stay and investigate the area. If we investigate the area, we're going to stay in A, which you can see in the top left there. If we're going to investigate the crossroads, that's B, which is at the bottom there. So if we delve into the darkness, that's $ vote space 1. If we stay where we are and investigate the passage where we are, that's $ vote space 2. And I guess what I'll do is I'll move the map so people can see their vote. Actually, wait, maybe I can put this down like this. That might work, actually. For the moment. Yeah, look at that. It's not bad. Okay. We're an Arlequin. Harlequin. I like the idea, too, that we don't realize until we see the stuff around us that that's what we are, even though we're, like, dressed in, like full
like
out.
Constant jingling from the bells all over our clothes.
Am I an
No, we don't have any
accountant?
bells.
Like, I don't know what I am. Am I, like, like it's a real surprise. Okay. Last call. Yeah, hopefully as we go through, we'll get even more clarification as to who we are, Tari. But in the meantime, we're working somewhat literally in the dark. Okay. Let's see. This section at the end of each show. Okay. Good. In Act 1, if your hit points are reduced to 0 during combat, return to a recovery room. If you haven't discovered a recovery room, return to 1A collapsed passage. Recover 1d6 hit points plus your con modifier. Okay. Well, sure. When you killing hangover when you wake up. Well, I have never been drunk because I don't drink, so I have never had a hangover. I've certainly had moments where I wake up not necessarily remembering what planet I'm on. I just have a feeling like you would look like I would figure out pretty quickly if I looked at my clothes and saw I had on pantaloons. I'd be like, wait a minute. That'd be kind of a clue. Okay. All right. So the choice is to investigate the area. I should make sure I haven't overlooked anything. Climbing over rubble at the back of the collapsed passage, you inspect your surroundings. Your torchlight dances about, reflecting off mithril deposits that run through the cracked walls. Rubble and dust. Resting against the passage wall, you pull your knees to your chest. It was a wild night, okay? Tears pour uncontrollably down your cheeks. The quite high likelihood of your death in this awful hole in the ground eats away at you. You squeeze your eyes shut. Trying to calm your spinning mind, you count your every breath. Reality returns to you. You get to your feet, wiping your nose on your sleeve. No more of that. There is work to be done. Puncharello. Choose one action from the list below to interact with the world around you. Once you've made your choice, roll a d20 if required. Okay, so chat. Do we wish to make a perception check? I will take a look around. Maybe there's something I missed. And again, perception uses wisdom, so that would be +1. Do we want to use investigation? I wonder if anything else might have gotten buried. Investigation would also use that, so that would be +1. Or athletics, that would use strength. If I can move this rubble, I might be able to find a way out. Pretty confident that strength is not going to be what we're looking for here, but we'll see. So, do we want to make a perception check? Do we want to make an investigation check? Or do we want to make a athletics check? What's it going to be, chat? Remember to match your clown shoes to your handbag. $ vote space 1 means we're doing perception. $ vote space 2 means we're doing investigation. And $ vote space 3 means that we're making an athletics check. Of those, the only one that's obviously going to be worse in terms of stats is athletics. Investigation uses intelligence, by the way. So intelligence would be a 0. Perception, because it uses wisdom, would be a +1. Athletics would be a negative. I'd have to see what I think it's -1, if I'm not mistaken. So perception would be +1. Investigation would be 0. Athletics would be -1. So $ vote space 1 is perception. $ vote space 2 investigation. $ vote space 3 athletics.
Oh no, I think I'm accidentally making the cutest character ever. I already love her.
Accidentally.
Well, like...
You stumble
often,
into cute.
like,
You
the
just claimed your
type of-
spider was cute. Okay? Before.
I mean, it was?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Right. We dance to the world, we poke the world, or we punch the world. It's a Dark Moon Fair
dance,
character.
obviously.
Yeah. All right. Last call. Going once. Going twice. And sold. Okay, perception. I'll take a look around. Maybe there's something I missed. Okay, Triffid. So what I need you to do here is to roll a d20, and you're going to add to it perception, which is +1. So d20 +1 is what we're looking at. I'm perceiving. 13. Well, guess what? It was a DC 13. That's just enough. Okay. So we chose 13. On closer inspection, you notice not one, but 2 sets of footprints in the dust. One set of footprints you easily recognize as your own. However, the other set of boots are much smaller in size, dragging through the dust. One thing is for certain, you are definitely not alone down here. All right.
I thought it was called Alone in the Dark. Misleading title.
I wonder if it lets you... It looks like you can't...
What was the game called?
Which one? Alone in the Dark.
The one... No, that we are playing right now. Is it Alone in the Dark?
It's called Lost in the Dark.
Lost in the Dark. Yeah,
Yes.
Alone in the Dark was another game.
Not to be confused with Solo in the Dark. Hanging out in the dark. Careless whisper in the dark, you know. So, okay, now it does say choose one action. It doesn't say... I should double check. I can't tell if you can, like, do a second thing or if you would just go on to the next thing. Because it doesn't say... Some actions require blah, 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 blah. Followed by a list of actions. You may attempt any skill even if not proficient. Make your choice noted in the journal. It looks like you can't do multiples. I think you have to do just one. So... Yeah, okay. So it looks like it. The first 3D horror game was Alone in the Dark. Yeah, I remember that very well. Yep. Which eventually, Alone in the Dark, and wasn't Chronicles of Riddick based on... wasn't there an Alone in the Dark thing for that? Starring Vin Diesel. Also D&D player. Bringing it all full circle. Okay. Right. So we are going now to the crossroads. You proceed with caution over fallen rubble, putting one foot in front of the other. The passage becomes steep as you descend further underground. Coming to a halt, the path ahead splits in two. One path turns to the left, the other off to the right. And you can see that on the little map on your screen, chat, that we're at B and we're going south. So left would go, I don't know how to sort of indicate it to you, but left would be, as you're looking at it, the left of the character would be your right, because the character's proceeding south. The right for the character would be your left as you're looking at it. It says you proceed with caution over fallen rubble, other right. A cacophony of dripping water echoes throughout the natural stone intersection. Hundreds of tiny stalactites cling to the edges of the cave ceiling, trickling drops of water onto clustered mineral deposits below them. At a glance, both stone passages appear almost identical without further inspection. So now we get another choice to make, which is we could choose perception or survival, have a look at my surroundings, then figure out where to go from there. Again, both of those would be +1 because they're both wisdom driven. Stealth, it doesn't really matter which way I go as long as I'm careful about how I do it. That is going to give us a +2 because it's based on our dexterity. Or call out, which is no difficulty at all. You just call out, hello, is there anybody there? So,
Hey, is
So-
there anybody out there?
just smile if you can
All
hear
right,
me.
this feels almost illegal to
Be
know, but our
another
windows were
bitch.
so old and
No,
just
no.
desperately needed to be.
Gonna skip past the commercial. Okay. $ vote space 1, perception. $ vote space 2, stealth. $ vote space 3, call out. Again, perception will be +1, stealth will be +2. Now, also just as a reminder, I think it makes perfect sense to be stealthy if you want to do it. Be aware, though, that you don't always have to just choose it based on what the best stat is. Sometimes there may also just seem like a choice that seems more valid for the character or more valid for where we are at the moment. So just keep that in mind. That said, certainly makes sense. We could also very well be stealthy here. That would make a lot of sense. A lot of people are in favor of being stealthy. Call out, hello. We should attract attention. Shouldn't we wait and see what our audience is, though? Don't we have to read the room, you know? Okay, last call. Going once. Going twice. We're a mime. And we're stuck. So we just we just stand there in the cave and we're just kind of like, even if there is no cave wall. We're in a cave of our own making. It really is Plato's cave. All right. Stealth it is. So we are going to stealthily move down. And it says, looking at stealth, you're fastened down any gear hanging from your pack, ensuring your every step is as quiet as possible. Or as it says here, your ever step. You creep as quietly as you can down the passage of your choice, feeling your presence has gone unnoticed. Your next stealth check will be at advantage. All right. So, 3 choices, chat, on this one. We can either travel down the left passage and, let's see. Let me just confirm. Sorry, I need to make that map bigger. Yes, okay, I was right. So we can either travel down the left passage. Traveling down the left passage will bring us to an overgrown cavern. Or we can travel down the right passage, which will lead us to a cobweb chamber. Or we can turn back. So...
Ah, yes, a cobweb chamber. Which house doesn't have one?
You always need that, I feel, right? Like, right?
Yes, indeed.
Travel down the left passage. Travel down the right passage. Turn back to the overgrown, to the collapsed passageway. What do you think, chat? $ vote space 1, travel down the left. $ vote space 2, travel down the right. Or $ vote space 3, turn back. And yeah, that's fair enough, Imaginary. You're probably right. Probably don't usually have a choice. All right, we have, it's not complete without a cobweb passage. Exactly. All right, what's it going to be, chat? We have a vote for traveled on the left, 1 vote for traveled on the right, and no votes for turn back. $ vote space 1 is travel left. $ vote space 2 is travel right. $ vote space 3 would be turn back. I'm going to last call this, but we will need someone to break this tie. And programming note for everybody. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Tara.
I can break.
No, I was going to say.
No, I can break the tie. I mean.
Oh, okay. No, it looks like we're okay. We have votes coming in. That's fine. Programming note. Tari and I are going to go till about 3:15. So that brings us it's another 20 minutes, basically. So programming note for my amazing artist friend and also for all of you. Okay. Travel down the left passage. All right. Traveling down the left passage it is. All right. We're going to 1E, the overgrown cavern. Steam curls up the passage walls as you descend further underground. Mushroom caps spring from cracks in the earth floor, illuminating your path in a faint blue light. You come to a halt at the mouth of an enormous cavern overrun by bioluminescent fungi. A creature in the dark. You catch a glimpse of something crawling through the dark. Scrambling behind a nearby rock formation, you strain your eyes. I think they meant your. You strain your eyes to make out any details in the dimly lit cavern. A gnomish man, wrapped in a yellow cloak, see, Tari? Crouches among fallen debris in the center of the cavern. Spindly growths of fungi twist out from deep lacerations in his bloated body. Maybe this is different.
Yum yum.
A faint purple light spills from a small glassy object clasped between the gnome's stumpy fingers. His teeth crack against the object's hard, glassy exterior. Choose one action from the list below. Okay. We could try to persuade him. Excuse me, I'm a bit lost. I was wondering if you could help. That's persuasion is DC 15. That does use charisma, though. Charisma is +1 only, though. I think +2 is 14 and 15. 14 and up. So I think we're still a +1 only. Actually, let me double check that. I may be wrong about that. That's not what I meant to do.
Rick, you need to do the Irish accent, the bad Irish accent.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Thank you. I will do that in a second.
I love her outfit. I want to have this outfit.
13 +1. It is +1. That's what I thought. Okay. So, persuasion, that would be +1, but a DC of 15. Intimidation. Hey, you, give me that. Sleight of hand. When it turns around, I'll take that glowing thing. Stealth, sure, and I'll be able to slip by if I put out my torch. Xanodale. Barter, maybe we could trade, but that requires a shiny item. I don't really think we have a shiny item. Or fight. I like my odds. And then you fight. So, we have the choice of, we can either do persuasion, that's DC 15.
No way.
And again, we have +1 to that. Or intimidation. And intimidation is DC 13. That also uses charisma. Or sleight of hand. That's DC 15, but we do have a +2 to that because of our dexterity. So we have that. Stealth, as we already know, we have a +2 to that.
Ah, yes, because of all of our belts.
Yeah, well, which we tied down. See, that was the key. We tied them all down.
No, they're like all stuffed with cotton balls.
Yeah, exactly. Barter, we don't have actually barter because we don't have a shiny object. Or fight. All right, so those are our choices, chat. $ vote space 1 means persuasion. And also, hi, Nonstop. Persuasion, that's DC 15, but we do have a +2 to that because of charisma. Intimidation is DC 13. That's also +2, and it's DC 13 instead of 15, but we may not want to intimidate. That's up to what you think of. Sleight of hand, that's stealth. That gives us... sorry, I was wrong about that. Charisma is +1. I'm sorry. So persuasion would be +1. Intimidation would be +1. Sleight of hand would be +2. It is a higher difficulty, as you can see. Stealth would be +2, and that's DC 13. And then there's fight. The combination that's like the most min-maxed is technically stealth, but you may not want to do that, especially if you want the item. So you can either persuade, excuse me, I'm a bit lost, was wondering if you could help. Intimidate, hey, you give me that. Sleight of hand, when it turns around, you basically take it from them. Or stealth, basically, you know, just skip this room if you can, get past them. Or fight.
We are so intimidating.
I mean, I might be intimidated just being like, good
The
God, what the
most
hell?
intimidating.
If the guy's high on some kind of mushrooms, he might be like, I saw you in my trip.
Oh, I
just now."
see.
You know?
Imagining her as a horror clown.
Exactly.
I think she turned out really cute.
All right, we have two. Oh, she looks great. All right, so persuasion is tied with sleight of hand right now, chat. We're in our Lecken mime. I think we're intimidating enough. Yeah, see? Can you imagine? Like someone you just see someone like coming out of the corridor at you and you're already and she's like, you're like, ah! Mimes are troubling. Okay.
I was like largely inspired by, oh god, what was his name? From Discworld, the king from Lancre. From oh god, Weird Sisters, I think. Is that the book?
Because I've only read 2 Pratchett books and I've not read that one.
What was his name?
No, 3. Reaper Man, Hatful of Sky.
No, not.
Anyway.
Nope.
But
Head Full of Sky is technically a sequel, but like
right.
10 books in.
That's right, yeah.
To that one. Yeah, you also can't remember. God dang it. He's Magrat's husband. You know, Magrat's husband.
Yeah, imagine he knows what you mean.
Poor
Can't remember the name.
character.
Okay. Persuasion it is. Okay, we're going to try. So, DC 15. Now we have +1 to this. So, D20 +1, please, Triffid, is what we need. King Varence. Varence.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Triffid
yes.
with a 17. Look at that.
Thank
Placing your torch on the ground, you hold up both hands, whispering reassuring words to the fearful gnome. He waves to you, beckoning you to follow. Proceed to 1J, Fractured Cavern. Interesting. Okay. Good stuff, Triffid. All right, well, let's go to the Fractured Cavern, which, according to this, according to our handy-dandy map, Fractured Cavern looks to be sort of right middle, chat, as you're looking at it, is Fractured Cavern. Nice roll, Trivet. Okay. A draft of damp, sulfurous air assaults your senses as you enter the gargantuan cavern. The constant flow of noxious fumes pour from a chasm that divides the cavern in half. Not taking any chances, you cover your nose and mouth with piece of spare cloth. The divide. You spot the infected gnomish warrior stumbling towards a small storage shed in the far recess of the cave. Storage crates and broken items have been carefully arranged into towers, forming a grove of refuse around the small building. The gnome collects an axe handle from the piles of refuse that litter the cavern. He drags them behind him through the dust to a newly constructed pillar next to the chasm, as we hear the greatest music of all time from Final Fantasy Tactics, Apoplexy. Best goddamn combat music in the game. I guess I'll leave you to it, you mumble as morbid curiosity pushes you to peer over the chasm edge. There's no end in sight, only darkness. A small ledge runs along the left-hand wall of the cavern, connecting to the other side. A hastily installed safety rope hangs slack against the stone, connected by a few pitons. A metallic crashing and scraping reverberates off the cavern walls. From your current vantage point, you're unable to discern the source of the noise at this time. All right, choose one action. We can either use acrobatics/athletics, take it one step at a time. As long as the pitons hold, there isn't anything to worry about. That's DC 13. Sleight of hand. Before I try to cross the chasm, I'll tie a safety line around myself in case I fall, although that requires a rope and we don't have one, so I guess we can't do that. So the other choice is further exploration, which does not require a check. I'll check out that shed before I go any further. So the choices that we have then, chat, are... We could either do acrobatics. This case it would be acrobatics, which is DC 13. And that for us is going to be +4 because we're proficient in that skill. So +4. Or further exploration, we check out the shed. What's it going to be, chat? $ vote space 1 means we try to get across using acrobatics. $ vote space 2 means we do further exploration. Further exploration doesn't require a DC. We don't know what's going to happen, but... So good. All right, we have 2 votes right now for further exploration. This place may contain loot. That's true. All right, last call, last call. $ vote space 1 is trying to go across the ledge with the safety rope there. Using an acrobatics check. $ vote space 2 means we're going to investigate this shed. Shed. As a professional in-game loot goblin, I cannot forfeit an opportunity to become over-encumbered. Love shed, baby, love shed, baby. Shedding and a loving and a shed. Anyway. My daughter the other day was like, yeah, Dad, I heard a couple of other songs by the B-52s, and like it feels like the songs that they had were like interesting, but then they just got very repetitive. I'm like, yes, welcome to the B-52s experience. One hook that they'll do over and over again. She's like, Rock Lobster's good, but it's just the Rock Lobster. Rock Lobster. I'm like, yeah, B-52s. Oh, man. All right. So it looks like we are further exploring... Going once, going twice. All right. We've decided to further explore. I can't blame us. All right. Further exploration. Taking one last look into the chasm below, you decide to investigate the shed first. Proceed to the quartermaster's shed. Twisting your way through the swaying pillars of stacked refuse, you approach the storage shed obscured in the back recess of the cave. Rattling the handle, you find that the door is not only locked, you find the door is not only locked, is what it should say, but barricaded by something on the other side. An indecipherable ledger. The quartermaster's shed, to your surprise, is in remarkably good condition compared to the surrounding debris. Pinned to the shed door is a clipboard with a handwritten ledger. A golden seal is pressed into the bottom right-hand corner, depicting a geometric design of a spider. On closer inspection, you find the ledger is written in a language you are unable to understand. Damn. You try the door one more time for good measure, pressing against it with your full weight. The door bows, but refuses to give. Peeking through the keyhole, you're able to see a fallen shelf lying near the shed door. On the left-hand side of the room is a desk littered with papers and writing utensils. From your current vantage point, you're unable to see anything towards the right. All right, here are the choices that we have, chat. You can either make an athletics check, which is DC 15, which is going to be hard for us because we're not exactly, how you say, strong. Someone here, and I don't know who, said that they usually use strength as a dump stat. So, you know, I don't know who that was. But, so there's that. Or investigation.
Who would do such a thing?
Who would do that? DC 13. Which is, I'll search the area for anything useful. They're always after me, Lucky Charms. Sorry. Or perception. which says... Perception, which says, I'll take a quick look around. I shouldn't linger here too long. So, what do you think, chat? Do you want to do athletics to try to force the door? That's DC 15. Investigation, I'll search the area for anything useful. Or perception, I'll take a quick look around. I shouldn't linger here too long. Now, investigation is intelligence. That's a neutral check. Perception, again, is wisdom, so that's +1. Athletics is going to be -1, I believe it is, to try to make that check. But you may also want to, you know, do whatever it is that it has there, like find this stuff in the shed. If you're going to do that, you got to force the door. So you have to put all that together. And we now have a new recovery room as well, which is 1L. All right, we have a lot of people looking at perception. It's very promising. I think we have a winner. I agree. Last call. Going once. Going twice. Oh my God, the colors are getting better every time I look over at that drawing. Okay.
Thank you.
Perception it is. All right. So, Trifid, we need a DC 20 +1. I believe it is, yes. DC 20 +1. We're looking for a DC 13 for perception. We rolled a 10 this time. Okay, that is not enough. So on a failure, it says, at a glance, many of the items appear to be too bulky to carry with you or are damaged beyond repair. After weaving through the towers of debris, you were unable to find anything of use. Okay, so when we go back to the unoccupied fractured cavern, we are back to that business of what we saw before, which is either... going back to the chasm. So we can either do acrobatics to try to get across it or sleight of hand. Oh, we can't do it. Actually, never mind. We can't do any of that because sleight of hand requires a rope and we don't have one. So acrobatics, that's what we have to do. Can't see past those blinding colors. Yeah, exactly. So we only have one choice and it's acrobatics because of that. So DC 13. So for this one, we're going to be doing DC 20 +4, please, Trifid, to see if we can make it across the cavern. I just realized that we could have had on the stealth check, we had advantage before. We could have done even better, but we passed it anyway, so it doesn't matter. 23, all right, success. Mustering your courage, you clasp the safety rope attached to the cavern wall. Inch by inch, you creep along the narrow ledge, keeping your eyes on the pitons. A loose rock tumbles from the ledge, clattering down the chasm wall into nothingness. You breathe a sigh of relief once you arrive safely on the other side. Now we are in 1M, the crumbling garden ledge, and this will probably be the last decision we make for the day, chat. With a new appreciation for solid ground, you investigate your surroundings with a more confident stride. A few paces from the edge of the chasm is a collection of standing stones. Made of raw crystalline structures, they are gathered around a central octagonal basin. A faint but audible hum resonates from the crystals. And it says under actions, what if it's a really long love letter? That's funny. Like a scroll. Garden of Contemplation. The subterranean garden has a welcome presence. Once cultivated bitter herbs sprout along the basin's foundation. Curious, you peer over the edge of the basin, noticing a whetstone at the bottom. You look beyond the standing stone, seeing the faint outline of a doorway set into the cavern wall. The metallic crashing from before has grown louder, originating from somewhere further into the cavern. All right, we have a few different choices, chat. We could, first of all, investigate. That's DC 13. Maybe something useful was left behind. We could do a nature check. An investigation, again, would be intelligence. That's just a neutral check. Just DC 13, 0 on its own. We could do nature, which is, I wonder if any of those plants could be useful to me. That's wisdom-based, so that means we're going to get a +1 on that check. We could do religion, which again would be wisdom. Is this significant in some way? So again, that would be a religion check would just be +1. We could do a whetstone. If I had a weapon with a blade, I could sharpen it. Actually, we don't have a weapon, do we? So we can't do that. Or further exploration. So those are our choices. We can investigate. Again, that would be +1. Or sorry, that would be neutral. I'm sorry. Nature or religion would both be +1 because they're both wisdom based. Or we could do further exploration, which doesn't require any check at all. So now get your votes in, chat. $ vote space 1 for investigation, $ vote space 2 for nature, $ vote space 3 for religion, $ vote space 4 for further exploration. Okay, we have 2 votes for investigation, none for nature, none for religion. This will be the last vote of the day, so get your votes in now. And we will announce what has happened. Okay. Last call. Looks like investigation is going to win the day, I think, unless there's a late surge. Going once. Going twice. Okay. Investigation it is. So this is going to be, again, neutral. So you're just rolling a flat 20, Trifid. You're looking for 13 or higher is what we're looking for. $15, all right, success. Well done, Trivid. Good rolls today. That's very funny, Imaginary. I love that. All right. Combing the area, you find something at the base of a crystalline structure. Wrapped in a green cloth, you uncover a leather-bound journal. Flipping through its pages, you discover simple machine diagrams, construct mechanisms, and dozens of note-filled pages in a language you're unable to understand. Though the contents of the book are practically illegible, you store the journal in your pack for safekeeping. Add constructor's diagrams to your inventory. Huh. Constructor's
Drinking warm water before
Constructor's
bed.
diagrams
Website
to
almost
your
complete.
inventory.
Apparently thousands
Oh
of
my God, so many commercials on YouTube. Constructor's diagrams. Huh, I don't know what we're going to do with that. We're going to see. Okay. So, last thing we have to do is, I lied about that. We have one more vote we have to make, which is just where we're going next, and then we'll stop there. So, we can either go to, we can either continue searching the area. We could cross the chasm. So this is basically crossing the chasm back towards where we came from. Or we could approach the door. There's a locked door. So we mentioned that there was a doorway set into the cavern wall. So we could approach the door. So this is the last vote, sorry chat, of the day. So do we continue searching the area, that's $ vote space 1, cross the chasm, that's $ vote space 2, or approach the door is $ vote space 3? What's it going to be? All right. We have some disagreements. We're not sure. Chad isn't 100% sure where to go on this. Searching the area, cross the chasm, approach the door. All right. Last call here. Last call. Going once, going twice. Continue searching the area it is. This will be a good place to stop, chat, because This area is called Yfanti's Guardian. The spider-like construct's abdomen scrapes across the stone floor, sending bright sparks crackling behind it. Each impact of its in this case it says its 8 legs, thunders through the stone floor. Aperture blades whine and whir behind its dark glassy eyes. So, a rhythmic metal crash follows every step of the massive spider-like construct. Crash, crash, crash. From your vantage point, you're able to discern the source of the noise. Located at the top of the construct's abdomen, an armor plate hangs by a single bolt, bouncing back and forth with every step. You catch a glimpse of the interlocking clockwork system and a faint green light radiating from inside, which means when we next play our illustration, we will start here and we'll have a decision to make about what we want to do with this mechanical spider guardian, not garden. If only it were a guardian. A guardian. Save point is 1-0. And I think you can actually see 1-0 on this map, I believe. Yes. O is the bottom left of the map. As you look down, it's the bottom left of that map. So, cliffhanger ending. Not quite as much of a cliffhanger as Tari's literally been in before playing with me, but definitely a cliffhanger of some kind or another. So we're off to a good start, chat. I am excited.
Haven't had one of those in a while.
That's true. That's true. But maybe soon. We need to find out what if the spider looks at our costume and thinks we're also a spider. I mean, or maybe it's just deathly afraid of mimes. I think that's quite possible. Right? If I were a spider, I would not want to mess with this thing at all. I'd be very concerned about it, to be honest. Okay. Great stuff tonight then. And good start, chat. I'm looking forward to the next Lost in the Dark that we're going to get. But this is Annotate. So you want to tell us about any particular features we want to focus on with Annotate, Tari?
She is cute. She's just cute.
I thought at one point
like the whole sad jester thing.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. I thought at first this was like a psychedelic, like from the eyes of someone seeing Annotate, just multiple color versions. But then I was like, no, it's just this amazing display. Annotate.
It's just something to fill the background with.
I love it. I love it. We got the lyre. We got the pack, which is not a fanny pack. It's a backpack.
No, it's to the side.
It's a hip pack. That's what it is. And Triffids Annotate likes to deftly investigate. Is she quick? Listen, chum, you can almost hear her come. Kier's hum. Look out, she's coming. Annotate. The good stuff. I'm excited to see what happens with that next time. So, good stuff, chat, today. Before everyone leaves, Tari, thank you again for the amazing work today on both books. And I am looking forward to more of that. I know, finally got back into it. It's good. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you get into with Beowulf next week. But besides that, anything in particular you want to tell people about where you'll be and all that kind of good stuff?
I'll be at home.
Okay.
Playing more Borderlands. I have no plans for outings, art-related outings. But yeah, people can find me on Tumblr and on Blue Sky and on Kara and on Gumroad. At TariToons. That's my name everywhere.
Oops. Not TariTons. TariToons.
Yeah.
Tons of Tari
Tons of
leads you to TariToons.
Yeah. So yeah, you want to look at my occasional artworks, you can do that there.
It's good stuff.
When I'm not incredibly mad about people using words wrong on the internet.
Yes, that is definitely. That's definitely.
Like having a lot of I can't come to bed. Somebody is wrong on the internet moments lately, which is definitely healthy for me.
Yeah, I'm sure that's really good for everything, stress levels and all that.
Yes,
really great.
Definitely.
We just finished the soundtrack, by the way, which is good timing. So we got through that. But Tari, is always really a pleasure to be able to do this with you, as you know, every month. I'm very happy that we're back into it, and I'm looking forward to next week when we get back into some Beowulf play as we start the final portion of the Beowulf campaign with you. So I'm looking forward to that. And otherwise,
Yes.
chat, can we get some love for the amazing TariToons and the amazing art? And I can't wait to see more from Annotate coming soon. But thank you, Tari. Great stuff, and I will catch you soon down the line.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Bye bye. Alrighty, good stuff. And that was our sort of leftover cover image. Oh, actually, which reminds me, here, hang on. Let me just quickly fix this. Just a moment. Okay, we're going to copy that. We're going to paint that. Crop. Save as. Okay. Saved. Now let me see if I just change that quickly. Okay, we go up here. We go to this. And then we go to this and that. Okay, and then let me just resize that quickly. And then we'll be good to go. The new game book is called, I'm going to show you right now, it's called Lost in the Dark. It is called Lost in the Dark is the name of the new one. And we will be doing more of that next month. There it is. Lost in the Dark. That will be our new one. But we are not going to play any more of that now, but we have saved all of the previous polls, and we've already done our nominations, so we're good with that. And again, for those of you who missed this before, there is the poll. It is a choice between Kathy Rain 2 Soothsayer, Far Lone Sails, and Tales. Oh, except it's Tales of the Neon Sea, not the Noon Sea. But, you know, I don't think that's a huge deal. But it's Tales of the Neon Sea. Still seems not to. We'll make sure that people know that as we get through them. But otherwise, yes, Far Lone Sails, Kathy Rain 2 Soothsayer, Tales of the Neon Sea, and that I'm going to be doing in 2 weeks. Next week is going to be Beowulf with Tari, and then the week after that. There we go. And then the week after that is going to be this game. Is going to be the Patreon-fueled chat chosen game of the month. But you'll be happy to know that we're not totally done today, at least not overall, because I'm going to be over on GOG.com's Twitch channel in about 35 minutes, and I'm going to be playing in Pen and Pixels. I'm going to be playing the not quite conclusion of, but we're very much in the home stretch, Expeditions Rome. We are finishing up the Gaul campaign now, and then there is a smaller Roman campaign afterwards. So my guess was, oh, that's okay. I'm sorry to hear that you're dealing with PC problems, though, Echo. That sucks. No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. But I'm sorry to hear about that, and I hope that gets better. So the choices. So again, I'm thinking probably 2 to 3 sessions. It may be that we wrap up the Gaul campaign today. It may be the Roman campaign takes like 2 sessions. But certainly, I would think by the end of November we'll be done with that over on Pen and Pixels, and then I have a bit of a surprise, which I'll reveal at that time, which will be something I'm doing for 1 or 2 sessions, basically over on Pen and Pixels, before I figure out what I'm going to devote myself to longer term over there. So we shall see. But anyway, that's happening at 4 p.m. Eastern. On this channel, tomorrow night, we will be back with more community D&D as the Shadow Crew gets back into it with Dungeon of the Mad Mage. And on Thursday, the day after tomorrow, I will be back with more awesomeness known as Final Fantasy Tactics, the Evil East Chronicles. I'm so excited to play more of that amazing game. So that's going to be happening as well. But right now, I'm going to go get myself all set for that. I'm going to have a couple of bite to eat as well. And then get myself set for what happens next. So if you like what you saw and heard today, I hope you will follow us here in the channel. I hope you will check out my YouTube at !ArvTube. And thanks for those of you who are subscribed over there. It is a new records list of subscribers, so please join us there. Discord is !ArvCord. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Twitter is !. Why do I keep saying Twitter when I don't have it anymore? Blue Sky, exclamation point Arv Sky. That's what you want to do for that. Gen GMs, exclamation point Gen GMs, which is my GM and DM tip show that I do with Zach Clay. More details about that coming soon. Website for this, arvaneleron.com. Financially, exclamation point Arv Shop. That's the merchandise area, which you can get cool swag for yourself and support the channel at the same time. Christmas and the holiday season is coming not too long from now, so maybe think about that. Let's see, Patreon is exclamation point Arvtreon. Trying to get that up to triple digits. And so by the end of the year, you can get cool stuff for yourself and cool stuff for the channel as well. So please do that. That is, again, exclamation point Arvtreon, and subbing to the channel gets you those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch, and also inspirations to help our players as well. And thanks for those of you who subbed or resubbed today. I really appreciate that. That makes a big difference. And as always, and on the publishing front, exclamation point Icarus, my graphic novel from Athos Arts, exclamation point Library, my Tales and Tomes in the Forbidden Library, that's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment, and exclamation point Greyshade, that's my Greyshade IP, Greyshade Renegade and Heretic, the Grey Assassin trilogy from Athos Arts. You can get the audiobook of Greyshade from our very own Trent Sparks there as well. Renegade and Heretic, Trent is hard at work on those as we speak. That'll be out later this year as well, those audiobooks, so be on the lookout for those. And you can pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade from Alligator Alley Entertainment, coming out in a few weeks as well, designed by our very own Brandon O'Brien, so there's that as well. On the last but certainly not least, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And exclamation point Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And send the message we'll do so for others in that situation in the future. Thank you to my wonderful mods. Thank you to Dragon Spear, Prince Justin, Triffity Mats, best mods in the business. Special bonus thanks to Triffid for the amazing work as a dice roller today. Like, seriously, kicked ass with the rolling of dice. So thanks, Triffid. Thank you to my wonderful Patreon supporters and subscribers. Thank you to Dragon, to Prince Justin, to Triffid, to Nonstop, to Echo, and to Imaginary Exponent. And thank you to my wonderful viewers. Thank you to Betrader. Thank you to Big Boss, as always. Thank you to Darth Sisu, as always. Thank you to Dino Roar, to Dr. Hugo Z. Hackenbush, to Galen. Good to see you, Galen. Thank you to Jagtress. Thank you to the Sparkly Wallflower. And thank you to you, Christians. And thank you, everyone, for being here. It was awesome. I will see you folks over on GOGcom's Twitch channel in a half hour for Pen and Pixels and the next and closing in on almost final installment of Expeditions Rome. Then I'll be back on this channel tomorrow night as the Shadow Crew continues with Community D&D and Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Until then, everyone, please be good to each other and much love. Have a good day for now. And special thanks to TariToons, by the way.